Beautiful night for baseball here in South Philadelphia. The Phillies, they can set a season high with a 6th consecutive win here tonight. They secured the head-to-head tiebreaker against the Marlins last night with the win. It was their 5th straight game with 6 or more runs scored. The last time that they scored 6 or more runs in 6 straight games, you have to go back to August and September of 2021. It has been that long, and they'll look to do that here tonight. What a difference it has been in August. The team is 12-5. They are averaging 5.24 walks per 9 innings. Believe it or not, that is the second highest walks per game in a Phillies month in history. Second most. You have to go back to 1996 in April when they walked more in a month. It's been a 180 on the approach to the at-bats, and Bryson Stott told us last night it all started with a hitters meeting a few weeks back.
Finding out we were dead last and getting on base. You never want to be last in anything, especially getting runners on. So I think that resonated with a lot of us and turned a switch and just trusting the guy behind you and passing the baton and having all the confidence the guy behind you can do it, and you don't got to swing for the fences every time, and just pass it to the next guy.
Yeah, what a difference it has made. They were dead last with getting on base percentage in all of baseball. They are number 1 in the month of August. They have turned it around for sure. Aaron Nola also starting to turn things around. He snapped a 13-start winless streak back on Thursday at the Field of Dreams. He gave up 1 run over 5 innings pitched in that game, struck out a season-high 9 batters as well. He's pitched he's allowed just 1 run to the Miami Marlins over 11 2/3 innings so far this month, or this season as well. Phillies lineup will look like this tonight. Kyle Schwarber will lead things off. He's the DH. Trey Turner, the shortstop, bat second. Bryce Harper in right field will bat third, and Luis Arias will play second base, will bat fourth. It's Alec Boehm at first base, batting fifth. Bryson Stott at third base, will bat sixth. Brandon Marsh in left field will bat seventh. Justin Crawford in center bats eighth. Batting ninth and doing the catching tonight will be Garrett Stubbs. On the mound for the Marlins, Sandy Alcantara. He's won both starts against the Phils this season. He's allowed just 4 runs. 2 of them earned over 13 innings against the Phils. He beat the Phillies and Aaron Nola 1-0. He threw 7 scoreless frames back on July 28th, the last time these two teams met. All right, we'll take a quick break here on the show. When we come back, I'll get you the RAV4 things to know. So stay with us right here on the Phillies Radio Network.
The Score Bet is an official sports betting partner of your Philadelphia Phillies. Whether you're backing the Phillies money line or getting in on the latest promos in the app, the Score Bet is your home for betting baseball this season. More action, more rewards, more for you. Right now, new players can get their first bet insured up to $1,000 in bonus bets. Download the Score Bet app today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Philadelphia Insurance Companies hits it out of the park with their Runs for Charities program. Every time the Phillies score a run, Philadelphia Insurance Companies will donate $100 to local nonprofit organizations. Over $320,000 has been donated to charities through the campaign since 2019. You can step up to the plate and nominate your favorite nonprofit at phly.com/Phillies. phly.com/Phillies. Philadelphia Insurance Companies, proud partner of the Phillies and the new sponsor of the Philadelphia Insurance Club at Citizens Bank Park.
Hi, this is Dave Barlow from Barlow Buick GMC in Woodbury, New Jersey. It's time to step up to the plate. The summer sell-out event at Barlow is here. Add Barlow discounts to factory rebates, and these deals are knocking it out of the park. The GMC lineup is stacked with power, with the Sierra leading the way. The Buick lineup combines style, comfort, and confidence. Slide in the Barlow Buick GMC in Woodbury before these deals are out of here, or shop 24/7 at barlowautogroup.com. Buick, exceptional by design. GMC, we are professional grade.
Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to install a mailbox.
Let's go.
But there's one critical step before digging.
Wait, what?
Call 811 to have utility companies mark their underground lines. Failure to do so will result in catastrophic gas line damage. This message will not self-destruct, but your yard might if you don't contact 811 before you dig. Visit pa1call.org.
I should have listened to the home message first.
Flying out of town?
Let Philadelphia International Airport handle all your parking needs with our new Premier Valet Parking Service, managed by the Philadelphia Parking Authority. Reserve ahead at phl.org. We'll pick your car up at your departing terminal and store it in our exclusive on-site covered valet parking area. For an additional charge, you can even opt to have your car washed and detailed. We'll monitor your return flight and have your car waiting for you outside of baggage claim. Make your no-wait valet reservation today at phl.org.
Welcome back to Phillies on Deck. Time now for the RAV4 Things to Know, brought to you by your local Tri-State Toyota dealers. Number one, Aaron Nola. In his last 4 starts, he has a 2.91 ERA, and opponents are just 1 for 10 with runners in scoring position. His first 21 starts, how about a 5.82 ERA and a 2.84 opponent's average with runners in scoring position, so he has certainly figured some things out. Number two, how about Bryson Stott? He has a 512 on-base percentage during this career-high 19-game on-base streak. He's in 21 walks, only 4 strikeouts. He's hit safely in 10 straight, and he has 6 runs batted in during the team's 5-game win streak. He is doing it all, and he's exceptional out there defensively as well. We know that. Number 3, Alec Bohm is riding a 4-game RBI streak. He's gone 10 for 17 with 5 extra base hits and 8 RBI in that span. Bohm has 71 RBIs this season. That is just 3 behind Kyle Schwarber for the team lead. And number 4, Luis Arraez. He was mired in that 16 at-bat hitless streak earlier last week, but since then he is 10 for 25. That's a 400 batting average, including a 3-hit night last night. Arraez has raised his season batting average to 317, now 9 points clear of the competition in the National League, so he is back on top, and he is rolling as well. We'll take another quick break here on the show, but we've got more to come, so stay with us on the Phillies Radio Network.
Shop the Sherwin-Williams sale and get 30% off Duration, Superdeck, and Woodscapes products August 14th through the 24th. Whether you're refreshing your interior or exterior, we've got the colors to bring your vision to life. And with delivery, getting everything to your door is easier than ever. Shop online to have it delivered or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details. Delivery available on qualifying orders.
From pregame rituals to postgame celebrations, no city is more passionate than Philly. Independence Blue Cross takes that same passion and puts it towards caring, making it easier to get the care you need, when and where you need it. Learn more at IBX.com. IBX is a proud sponsor of the Philadelphia Phillies. Independence Blue Cross. Never stop caring.
A diagnosis like heart failure, AFib, or valve disease requires specialized expert care. It's serious stuff, and choosing the right heart care team can make all the difference. The heart specialists at Deborah Heart and Lung Center deliver advanced diagnostics and innovative treatment options ranging from minimally invasive procedures to complex cardiac surgery. The result? Measurably better outcomes from one of the leading heart hospitals in the country. Because when it's your heart, you don't take chances. DemandDeborah.org.
It's baseball season, which means it's time to get outside and get some of that natural vitamin D. That's right, vitamin D, as in Delco. Hi, Ben Davis here for Visit Delco, encouraging you to get outside in Delaware County, where there are more than 30 different parks to visit and miles of trails to explore. As a Delco native, I'm inviting you to enjoy Delco like me and my family do. Festivals, gardens, outdoor concerts, world-class golf. It's all here in Delco. Plan your trip today at visitdelco.com. That's visitdelco.com. They say Delco's a lot, and they're right.
Tony Luke's prides itself on our farm-to-family promise by serving 100% ribeye steak paired with locally sourced South Jersey vegetables on fresh-baked bread. Our food is always fresh and cooked to order. Tony Luke's is more than just cheesesteaks, with our specialty fries and award-winning chicken cutlet and pork sandwiches. Find a Tony Luke's near you, from Ocean City, Maryland to the Poconos, all the way to the shore and back. We also ship our steaks nationwide. Visit TonyLukes.com. On your next trip to Citizens Bank Park, make sure to visit our stand at Ashburn Alley.
Welcome back to Phillies on Deck as the Phillies and Marlins get set to play this final game of this 3-game series here at Citizens Bank Park. It is a special night here tonight as we welcome in Tony DiMattia, who is a patient at Temple Lung Center, or was a patient.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grip, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Bench back at the gap, right near the wall. He makes a beautiful catch. Psychopathic.
Towards the corner, Phillies at the wall, reaches out, makes a tremendous catch.
What a catch. That was a heck of an effort. Barehanded by Lindor, and he got him.
Nice play by Lindor.
A dynamite defensive gem by Jose.
He did his job. Took a double away from him. Up the middle, look out. And Massey makes a tremendous play and gets the out.
Chuck it duck.
Backhanded running catch by Ramirez and foul ground. He is unreal.
And a diving play out there by Varsho. Getting the glove underneath. That's a brilliant effort.
Beckler trying to get there as he slides and makes the catch. What a play by the Met.
The Met sliding in with a great play. He drives one toward right center. DeLuca dives and makes the catch.
Chase Bowen lays it out in left, makes the grab. What a big league play. If he's in for defense, there's some defense.
Well, Tony going to try and make Feltner pay for that free pass.
Swings and hammers it deep right center field. Way back it goes. There it is, number 30 for Shohei Ohtani. And the Dodgers lead it 3-1.
Curveball that was just hung up over the outer third of the plate.
An absolute blast into the Dodger bullpen in deep right center field. And the ball just left here in a hurry, 448 feet.
6th home run the last 13 games for Shohei.
I want to ask you about food. What is something that you have to eat to be the judge?
Oh, Aaron Judge! Send him to Monument Park now!
We got some good chefs in New York. They've been cooking up some nice chopped cheeses, and that kind of, it gets you, I don't know if I should tell the kids that they should be eating chopped cheese before a game.
Before the game, probably steak. That's usually what I go to.
I like a steak, no vegetables.
No vegetables?
No vegetables.
No, is it straight protein?
Yeah.
To Temple Lung, and he referred me over to them. I had gone to a pulmonologist in New Jersey, and they didn't quite know, what to do. So when I went to Temple, they knew exactly what to do, and they did it, and here I am.
It's amazing. Obviously, it's a scary situation to have to go through, but we stop and we think about how lucky we are to be in this Philadelphia region with so many great hospitals, Temple
great.
Being one of them. How lucky do you feel now as you sit here 8 years removed?
Extremely lucky and blessed. So I'm able to do everything, that I did when I was younger. Even I try to do a little more, which I probably shouldn't, but I'm having fun.
As you should.
Yep.
Tell me what stood out about the Temple Lung Center and the way they went about their treatment.
They told me right from the beginning what to expect. It made it very plain to me, very clear, what I was going to expect. And everything they said came through and saved my life, basically.
Yeah. What would you tell someone who might be listening right now that might be struggling with catching their breath, struggling with lung issues? What would you suggest that they do immediately?
Go to Temple. Yeah. Go to Temple. That's the way. They got to be the best, if not in the world, in the country anyway.
Yeah. Well, we're lucky to have him here in Philadelphia. I know you feel lucky, Tony, and I hope you get to continue on doing everything that you're doing and playing in the band. And where can we see you next?
Actually, I'm doing a show. It's called the Mount Gretna Summer Concert Series. It's in near Hershey Park, Pennsylvania. I think the next show I have is, I believe it's the 25th of August. So I'm playing there. Plus, I still play with a band called the Rage Band, and we play a little bar in South Philly called Ray's Happy Birthday Bar. Crazy place.
All right.
So,
we'll have to check it out.
Definitely.
Tony DiMattia, we appreciate your time, and so happy that you're doing so well.
Thank you so much.
All right. We'll take a quick break here on the show, but we've got more to come. Stay with us on the Phillies Radio Network.
The Score Bet is an official sports betting partner of your Philadelphia Phillies. Whether you're backing the Phillies money line or getting in on the latest promos in the app, the Score Bet is your home for betting baseball this season. More action, more rewards, more for you. Right now, new players can get their first bet insured up to $1,000 in bonus bets. Download the Score Bet app today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Philly, Burlington loves helping you score deals just as much as we love watching the Phils score all season long. And your deals just went pro. Burlington's now an official partner of the Phillies, a perfect partnership since we're sliding close to your home with over 40 store locations in the Philadelphia area. And if you haven't been to Burlington lately, we got a glow up. We're way better than you remember. Hope that rings your bell. Burlington. Deals, brands, wow.
It's August and your air conditioning is working overtime. Before winter arrives, take a look at your whole home with Oliver's Home Performance Assessment. An Oliver expert will evaluate your heating and cooling, insulation, plumbing, electrical, and more to help improve comfort, safety, and energy efficiency. It's included with an Oliver Peace of Mind membership, which starts at just $13 a month. Plus, members receive priority scheduling and valuable repair and equipment discounts. Learn more at oliverheatcool.com.
Your next chapter starts with a key. But before you unlock the door, you need someone who knows the way. Weichert agents do more than just open doors. They guide you through one of life's biggest decisions with confidence, care, and clarity. So whether you're buying your first home or selling your fifth, you'll get the help you need without the stress you don't. Make the bright choice. Weichert, the bright choice. Each Weichert franchised office is independently owned and operated.
Welcome back to Phillies on Deck, presented by the Score Bet. We come to you from Citizens Bank Park again tonight, where the Phillies go for their 6th win in a row and go for a sweep of the Marlins last night. Another close one for your guys. You get another comeback win. And again, your corner guys, Alec Bohm, Bryson Stott, continue to sort of play the hero each and every night. These guys, I mean, you look at Alec Bohm, he's raised his average 20 points in 10 days. That's pretty hard to do at this time of year.
It is, and it's good, obviously good for our club and good for him to see his confidence rise like that. Stott's been rolling for a while. And then the defense. I mean, he's playing great defense over there at third. Bomer's been good at first. So the combination for now is working, and hopefully it just keeps continuing.
You talked about it a few weeks ago. Sometimes you take the good with the bad with a player, but you've always highlighted the runs that Alec drives in. And there he is right behind Schwarber and Harper. I mean, he's basically one more good night from taking over the club lead in that category. That's big.
I think it is. I know it's not the popular stat anymore, driving runs in, but somebody's got to drive them in. And if Harp and those guys are going to get their share, but they're also going to be out there on base, and that's really why we like Alec back there behind him. He seems to collect those RBIs.
It's amazing how much longer it makes your lineup seem when those two guys are doing what they're doing right now.
Yeah, for sure. And, we see those two guys roll, and then you actually pushes a Marsh who's swinging the bat most of the year really well back in the 7 hole. So it's like it does feel better when you're getting production up and down, and that's a design almost every team would like, is be able to keep pressure on a pitcher where he has to work through Harp, he has to work through Luis, he has to work through Schwarb, and then he takes a breath and Stott and Bohm are hitting balls in the gap, driving in runs.
Well, you mentioned making a pitcher work, and the Marlins certainly can do that. They did it again last night, really started to add up that pitch count on Zach Wheeler, which forced him out of the game after 5 innings. What did you make of his start, and any concerns moving forward with him?
I thought his stuff was good last night. It just seemed like that inning, and it seems like it's been around that 5th inning or the pitch count getting into the 80s that the command seems to have been being a little bit off. It's something I'm sure Caleb and those guys will talk about. But for the most part, his stuff's been good. Last night, I thought he held his stuff, most of the game. Just having trouble in those kind of as the game gets moving along, of getting out of situations where the pitch count doesn't, keep climbing.
Your first guy out last night was Alex McFarland. He ends up the winning pitcher, his first major league win. That's always a neat milestone for a young kid. But what have you thought of him so far? You started to use him a little bit more. You've got a little more time to see what he has to offer.
Yeah, he's a good guy in that right-handed pockets. He's a really tough at bat for righties, and his mix will get better where he's understanding lefties too. But his stuff is electric. Like to get rid of that first walk every game he comes into, but we'll get past that. But his stuff has been good, and he's showing us that he'll throw strikes and he'll get in the zone. Last night he's quick to the plate, so he limits the run game. So, Alex he keeps pitching well. You get another trusted guy out there.
You face another right-handed starter tonight in Sandy Alcantara, and I guess that means not much mixing and matching with your lineup. I know you'll get JT a night of rest tonight, and so Garrett Stubbs will get the start, which means just one small tweak to your lineup. But do you like the way it looks on paper to you, and it makes it a little easier for you day in, day out to stamp that card?
Yeah, it's we've gotten some consistency out of the offense. I think we've kind of got guys in roles. They know where they're going to play. They know if they're going to come in and pinch hit, pinch run, play defense. So I think at this point we have a club that's kind of fit. I talk about you like your club where the puzzle pieces fit together, and it's everybody has some sort of role and they know what it is. So I think we're at that point where we pretty much know who's going to play against the righties and lefties. Sometimes we mix and match at the bottom.
All right, I got a couple packs of 1986 Topps baseball cards. Let's open them up and see who's in here. I love the bubble gum. Oh my. Tom Seaver, but with a White Sox uniform on. The franchise for the Mets. I played with him in 1983, my rookie season. I was just in awe with these guys when I saw them in spring training and got a chance to play with them. Baseball cards of memories.
The Cubs are on fire and have turned 1060 West Addison Street, aka Wrigley Field, into the hottest address in baseball. This week, the Cubbies flew the W for the 15th straight time, their longest home winning streak since '08. And they're winning in dramatic fashion.
Dansby's going to score. The Cubs are going to walk off the red. 4-ball game. 3 straight walk-off wins in the series against Cincinnati.
At the center of it all is Nico Horner, flat out playing like the best second baseman in baseball. Shota Imanaga has been one of the game's best on the hill with a sub-2.5 ERA. With PCA doing PCA things in the field and a solid bullpen, this Cubs team looks built for the long haul. The NL Central has been baseball's toughest division. Will the Cubbies' home field advantage be the difference in the chase for the division crown?
Grounded sharply. What a backhand! Key Brian Hayes takes it away. Electric defense at the hot corner.
Another one stopped by Betts on a dive. A throw from his knees. The pick from Freddie. The Dodger defense dazzling in Denver.
Clark's on the run. Got a good jump. Max Clark makes the catch. Crashing into the fence in front of the bullpens. One of the most gifted young outfielders in baseball. Haven't they gotten the scouting report? Binge notches another one. 2-in-1 inning for Carson Ben. Are you kidding me? Stop running on him. To the right side. Diving stop made by Clemens. From his knee throws him out. Run-saving play. Cody Clemens with a brilliant diving stop to his right.
Towards the middle. At second. What a grab by Henderson. What a throw by Gunnar Henderson. Unbelievable in the middle of the diamond.
More is how excellence is defined. Performing more lung transplants than any hospital in the nation. Offering more options for pulmonary conditions, from asthma to COPD. And saying yes to more patients. This is a level of care that opens doors and changes lives. And is what patients seeking the most advanced lung care in the country have come to expect. More expertise, more possibilities, more answers. Expect more. Expect Temple Health.
Welcome back to Phillies on Deck, presented by the Scoreboard. Your injury report is brought to you by NovaCare Rehabilitation, the power of physical therapy. Rafael Marchand down there at the AAA level, getting his work in. He's trying to get through 9 innings and play back-to-back games, and then they'll readdress when he will rejoin this team. But he's certainly making progress down there, and that is good news. All right, before I leave you tonight, let me leave you on a positive note. How about this? Since August the 4th, that was Luis Ariza's first game in a Phillies uniform, the Phillies lead the National League, and they rank second in all of baseball with 208 total times on base. They trail only the Red Sox, who have 224 times on base. The next closest National League club to the Phils are the Brewers. They have 184 times on base. That's 24 fewer than the Phils, and they continue to do it, and it's been good to see. They have a 367 on-base percentage in that time. Hopefully they can keep that up here tonight. All right, we're going to say goodbye here. That's all the time we've got. Our thanks to Tom Kelly, engineering in the booth, and Bonnie Hanamirian back in our studios. I'm Greg Murphy saying thanks for listening. Scott Francis and Kevin Stocker standing by with the call of tonight's game. It's the Phillies and the Marlins, final of 3, and it's coming up next right here on the Phillies Radio Network.
You've been listening to Phillies on Deck, presented by the Scoreboard, proud partner of the Philadelphia Phillies, here on the Phillies Radio Network.
And the Phillies are going to lead it!
Don't forget to stay tuned after the game for Phillies playback. The Phillies only have one goal.
It is Bedlam as Bryce Harper has put the Phillies on top!
Join Scott, L.A., and Stock as they call the action as the Phillies try to defend their National League East title right here on the home of the Phillies, the Phillies Radio Network.
94 WIP HD1 Philadelphia. Powered by the Tasty Cake Studios. The home of the Phillies. 94 WIP. An Odyssey Sports Station.
Last year, your Phillies were the NL East champs.
The Phillies close out the National League East. They are the champions.
This year, all eyes are on a bigger prize.
It's deep, and it is gone!
Yes! This is Phillies Baseball on Sports Radio 94 WIP. Brought to you by Citizens, official bank of the Phillies. Nemours Children's Health, the official children's hospital of the Philadelphia Phillies. Hatfield, the official pork provider of the Philadelphia Phillies. Philadelphia area Chevy dealers. Visit Chevrolet.com. PGW, fueling the future. James Hardy. Hardy Siding is America's #1 brand of siding. Temple Health and Fox Chase Cancer Center, official partners of the Phillies.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game, post-game, and everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
I went to college at Northeastern University, and all my friends were Red Sox fans. And while in my 3 years there, I really grew to appreciate Red Sox Nation and everything that they bring to the table. And once I got my head wrapped around the trade, I was really, really excited. I think they have one of the most iconic logos, these two socks right here on the sleeve. I love keeping it simple, really fond of the font, and I think it's a really cool look.
There's a storm warning in South Florida. It's the Miami Marlins.
Baseball's hottest June team, and they stay red hot this month.
The fish are flying and are officially the hottest team in baseball this month. Otto Lopez is looking extremely all-starry at short. He's among league leaders in batting average, hits, and multi-hit games.
Otto Lopez has himself yet another multi-hit day.
Right beside him, Xavier Edwards, putting up solid on-base numbers while flashing some silky smooth glove work. Throw in Liam Hicks breaking out at 27, Max Meyer emerging as one of the league's best pitchers, and Sandy Alcantara starting to regain his Cy Young form. And hey, they've already proved they can beat the best. This season, they're the only team to hand losses to aces Shohei Ohtani, Paul Skeens, and The Miz. Red flags are out in Little Havana. These Marlins are dangerous.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Car Shield. They can help cover the cost of expensive repairs. When something goes wrong, you've got a plan.
Get caught looking. Get a free quote today at carshield.com. Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at carshield.com.
4 years and thriving. That's when Manco & Manco opened its first location off the Jersey Shore since its founding in 1956. Guess what, Phils fans? You have even more ways to enjoy the preferred pizza of the Phils. Manco & Manco, the first and last name in pizza, is still available.
I remember the first series I had, the first home run I hit was a grand slam.
On the Cadillac Hall of Fame Club. New season, same legendary pizza. Visit mancospizza.com.
Summer is back in Phillies Nation, which means it's time to get your yard ready for the season. Cookouts, backyard catch, friends and family together. Your lawn is the backdrop to it all. So this season, get your lawn ready with Pennington and keep it strong all year long. As a proud partner of the Phillies grounds crew, Pennington is all about thick, durable grass, built for life's big and small moments. Pennington Grass Seed, available at the Home Depot.
In the air, left field, it's deep, it is gone!
Labor Day weekend at Citizens Bank Park is the place to be when the Phils host the Braves on Friday, September 4th through Monday, September 7th. Order tickets now at Phillies.com.
Stay tuned for the start of the game coming up next, and brought to you.
Nationally recognized pediatric specialists are here to help your child achieve their best health. Throughout Southeast Pennsylvania, we're working hand in hand with families to make every child's world a place where they can thrive. Now open in Malvern. Find your child's neighborhood specialist at nemours.org/PA. Nemours Children's Health. Well beyond medicine.
Phillies baseball, Sports Radio 94 WIP.
Tonight's starting lineups are brought to you by Xfinity. Get reliable Wi-Fi at one price for 5 years. Xfinity, imagine that. For the Miami Marlins, Jacob Marcy will lead things off. He's going to play center field. Batting second, the shortstop is Otto Lopez. Xavier Edwards at second base will bat third. And batting in the cleanup spot at first base, Griffin Conine. Herberto Hernandez will be in left field and bat fifth. Batting sixth, the designated hitter tonight is Owen Casey. Esture Ruiz in right field. He will bat seventh. Batting eighth and doing the catching is Joe Mack. And Javier Sanoa playing third base and batting ninth for Miami. So again, it's Marcy, Lopez, Edwards, Conine, Hernandez, Casey, Ruiz, Mack, and Sanoa.
How do you go from a wonder of the ancient world to the modern-day world champs through the Civil War, cricket, and a mythological origin story? Find out on Hall of Fame Connections.
During the offseason of 1888 to 1889, Spalding took a group of big leaguers on the first worldwide barnstorming tour.
At first, it was only supposed to be to Australia, but on his way there, he's like, no, why stop there?
This is Spalding.
Yes,
you look at the Spalding, you're like, wait a second,
yeah.
No, this is the backstory. Okay, this
Correct.
is great.
Stops included New Zealand, Italy, France, England, and even Egypt, where they played in front of the pyramids.
Did they water the field or
They
something?
did not. You hit a ground ball and it just goes, right, exactly.
And the ball-playing tourists posed for this photo with the Great Sphinx.
How much does a ticket on the Sphinx cost?
Too much, too much.
Spalding's contributions to baseball history don't end there.
Do you know the story of Doubleday and the invention of baseball?
Please,
tell us.
Enlighten us.
When a 71-year-old mining engineer and Cooperstown native came forward, claiming that he watched a future Union general, Abner Doubleday, invent baseball in central New York State in 1839, baseball officially had a birthplace in Cooperstown.
If I'm in the presence of this baseball right here, does it like give you powers to become a better baseball player? And whether it's the World Series or the wonders of the ancient world, there's no debating that baseball connects us all.
Catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv and discover your own connections to the game at baseballhall.org.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
This evening as the Phillies go for their 6th win in a row. It's something they've not accomplished at any point yet this season.
Yeah, and I think there's a little formula to do that, and that's in the keys to the game. Offensively against Alcantara, he has swing and miss stuff, but that doesn't mean put away stuff. So make him throw a lot of pitches, and of course Aaron Nola, got to keep the ball in the ballpark, and if he does give one up, make it a solo shot. That's brought to you by James Hardy. Hardy Siding is America's #1 brand of siding.
Nola going for his 5th win of the season here tonight. He's going for his 114th career victory. And that's a milestone number, as we'll tell you about. The first pitch on the way. Jacob Marcy takes it, and it's a called strike one. And we are underway right on time at 6:06. 85-degree night, some high wispy clouds, and a decent breeze left to right. As those flags point out towards right field. Here's Nola into his windup in the 0-1 pitch. And that one just missed away as he goes early changeup there. And with a little bit earlier start time, a little more sunshine and shadows to deal with for everybody on the playing field, especially in center and in right, most specifically. In the eyes of Bryce Harper at the moment, the 1-1, that's outside. And it's 2 balls and a strike. A little bit of sunlight cracking through the middle part of the infield, but for the most part, the entire infield in shadow, with the exception of Alec Boehm, who is casting a long shadow himself over there at first base. 2-1 pitch, fouled out of play. And it's 2-2 on Marcy, who's hitting .207 with 7 homers.
Casting a long shadow at first base, that's better than casting a wide shadow.
Yeah.
That happens with age.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the windup and Nola's pitch. Swing and a high pop-up over on the first base side. A rise backing out into shallow right. He settles under it and he makes a 2-handed catch. And there is out number 1. Yeah, the wide shadow cast at first base is a guy next door who might have fit that bill once upon a time. It'll bring up Otto Lopez. Took Murph a minute to realize who I was talking about. Lopez, 308 hitter. Stands in here against Nola. He's 5 for 12 off of Aaron, and the pitch is in there for a called strike. Nola facing the Marlins for the 3rd time this season. Was matched up head-to-head against Alcantara in Miami back on the 28th of July. It was a 1-0 Phillies loss. A first-inning home run from Kyle Stowers, and that was all of the scoring, the pitch. And that one is a strike over the outside part of the plate. The first time he faced the Marlins, back on May the 4th, was also a 1-0 ball game. But that time, Aaron was the winner, as a Bryce Harper solo home run was the only run of the night. The windup and the 0-2 pitch on the way. Ground ball, left side in the hole. Turner gloves it, throws on the run to first. Good stretch. And out at first is Otto Lopez. There's the second out.
Terrific play on the backhand side. Tough play. And the nice thing with Trey there, he actually comes through it a little bit. So many times he sits back. This time he comes through, gains a little bit of a step on the runner.
The old Bryson Stott glove coming through once more.
It's all about comfort. You must be comfortable with that. Great play.
2 up and 2 down, and here's Edwards. Switch hitter from the left side against Nola. First pitch on the way, and that just missed outside for ball 1. Stubbs, as we mentioned, doing the catching tonight for Aaron. It's Boehm at first, to rise at second, turn to the shortstop, and Stott over at third. In the outfield, Marsh, Crawford, Harper. left, center, and right. Here's the windup and the pitch. And that one is inside. Edwards jumping back out of the way of that. Stott plays a step in on the grass right at the cutout. Over at third base, 2-0 pitch to Edwards. And it's swung on, popped up, left field line. Long run Marsh over to foul territory nearing the stands. And he navigates that corner and makes the catch in foul territory. And there's a 1-2-3 start for Aaron Nola. We'll go to the bottom of the first. Marlins nothing, and the Phillies coming up.
You can feel the excitement of Phillies baseball at Citizens Bank Park. The energy on the field, the passion in the stands, and the heartbeat of a city that moves with each pitch.
6'3", 220 pounds, 23 years old.
Swing and a high fly belted. First pitch in the show. Baez homers. Look at that Cardinal dugout. It is not supposed to be that easy. Unreal.
This is the energy. This is the excitement. This is the thump. What a swing of the bat. 449-foot shot. The first pitch he sees in the big leagues.
With these designs, I wanted to bring out the Old English letter font, but add a twist to it. This is one I've developed over the years and used on a lot of tattoos. You could tell a sign painter or a lettering person by their numbers. That reveals a lot about them. It's an honor to design for the Dodgers. It's almost gone beyond sports, even into fashion. People wear LA caps all over the world.
Yeah, Jim Leday looking to hit the brakes here, and because that grass out there is moist, it'll be tough to get your footing out there.
Up the middle, backhanded by Lindor, who stumbles as he throws it away. Alonso, a diving attempt to stop that one.
Playing a little tic-tac-toe over there by the Pirates dugout. And Emmanuel Valdez says, get serious.
Well, we're going to need to check back in on this situation.
See if he gets that one on anytime soon.
Oh, they kept going.
I mean, you gotta stop the top guy.
Oh.
Innings, just over that 3.43 ERA. A lot of pitches, 7 of them, sinker, four seam, and cut. They have some getty up, 96 to 100. Still likes the changeup. This brought to you by SEPTA. SEPTA brings us all together.
First pitch right down the middle to Kyle Schwarber. It's a cutter, and it starts the bottom of the first. Schwarber, Turner, and Harper to bat here against the veteran right-hander. He's on quite a roll. The 0-1 pitch, swinging a grounder foul, first base side. A kick save and not a beauty by Paco Figueroa in the first base coach's box. He swiped at it with his right foot, but wasn't really close. Schwarber down to the count, 0-2. 247 hitter with 37 home runs on the season. And Alcantara's pitch to him, swung on, little bloop towards right. Coming on is Ruiz, and with his speed, he'll get there, and he makes the catch. There's one down.
It's very interesting to me that they have Ruiz in right. They keep Marcy in center just because of the speed, but I think Marcy is not as strong on the corners. He's much better at center, and he's very aggressive at calling for balls. That's who you want in center field.
That'll bring up Trey Turner, just 1 for 8 in this series. A walk and a hit by pitch. It was pivotal last night. The first pitch to him he takes, and that is a strike on the inside corner. Says
Batters challenging strike call.
Our first ABS challenge brought to you by Gusto. Hire, pay, and grow your team with Gusto. This should be overturned, and it is.
Call is overturned. Philadelphia has 2 challenges remaining.
If you know, you know.
Wow.
1-0 the count. Now Contra, feet apart, right foot, almost center of the rubber. Turns into his windup, the 1-0. And a swing and a miss. Bat goes twirling out of his hands past third base and down the left field line in foul territory. It'll be retrieved by Javier Sanoa, who hands it off to Anthony Contreras, the Phillies third base coach. And AC is jogging that one back to Trey Turner.
Well, at least on the flight of his bat, it looked fairly level.
Is that a good thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if it's not like a big uppercut, you know, it's helicoptering correctly.
I think that's working too hard to spin things on a positive note.
Oh, there's more.
The pitch is down low. It's 2 balls and a strike. Turner, 246 hitter overall for the season with 17 home runs. Good lifetime numbers against Alcantara, who of course is no stranger to the Phillies. Here's the 2-1. And Turner swings, grounds one sharply up the middle. Diving, Edwards can't get it. It's off his glove for a base hit. That is his 18th career hit against Sandy Alcantara, the most of anybody in baseball. Bryce Harper is second on that list. He's got 16 hits. He and Ozzie Albies of the Braves. And Harper coming up right now. Harper, 259 hitter, leading the league in on-base percentage this month of August. He has led the Phillies in that category. The Phillies leading baseball as a team. And the first pitch, he goes after it and fouls it straight back.
Well, he's not happy about missing that either.
Yeah.
Shaking his head. I mean, it was right where he wanted, right where he was looking.
22-game on-base streak in progress for Harper. As Alcantara set of the belt, Turner with his lead. And the pitch. Runner's not going, and the pitch is down and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. Marlins with Hernandez, Marcy, and Ruiz left, center, and right. They play Harper to the opposite field in center. Hernandez very deep in left. The pitch. Swung on, ground ball, right side. Edwards to his left. He's got it. Feeds to second for 1, on to first, and it's in time for a tremendous double play. 4-6-3 as the Marlins turn 2 on Harper, and that will end the first. No runs on a hit. Nobody left after 1 complete. No score.
Philly, Burlington loves helping you score deals just as much as we love watching the Phils score all season long. And your deals just went pro. Burlington's now an official partner of the Phillies. A perfect partnership since we're slow Burlington lately.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game. Post-game. And everything in between. This is baseball your way, with real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
And there's a shot into left field. Stanton on his way around to score, and the Yankees are on the board. First, it's 1-0 New York. Bouncer headed up the middle, and that's going to get through and drive in a couple of runs. Sent into the right center field gap. McMahon's going to score easily. They're going to wave Wells around. Plays to third. 5-0 New York. Another one head for no man's land, but Harrison Bader read it well. Former Gold Glover comes up to make a very nice catch for the guy they call Big G, who has driven in a run with the 3rd straight hit to open the 5th inning. Chopper for Jazz. Hot shot. And he makes the catch. That got on there on a line, and he's telling Jose Caballero, did you see that? I could watch Jazz Chisholm play. I mean, he plays with such joy. Only David Cohn, Ron Guidry, and Mel Stottlemyre had opening day starts of 6+ innings with 2 or fewer hits and no runs allowed.
The experts at your locally owned and operated Meineke. Meineke doing car care right.
Griffin Conine will lead off for the Marlins here in the 2nd. And Aaron Nola's first pitch on the way. It's a curveball, and it catches at the knees for a called strike. You mentioned Nola and Alcantara going head-to-head for the 5th time in their long careers. Wasn't that long ago he faced off against Max Scherzer for the 7th time in their careers. The 0-1. Check swing, and he went around. It was a foul tip, pardon me, says Clint Vondrack. And it's 0-2. Scherzer 7 times. Patrick Corbin head-to-head 7 times. The former National. wind up. And the 0-2 on the way. And that's down and in. Julio Teheran went head-to-head with Nola 6 times, as did Max Fried, 2 former Braves. And now a collection of pitchers who have gone head-to-head with him 5 different times, including Alcantara. Here's the 1-2 pitch on the way. And he takes a little bit low, changeup.
I didn't get a chance to talk to Aaron or ask him about this, but because he faced Sandy so many times and all these other pitchers, I want to ask him, and I will next time, does he remember those games? Do you remember a certain pitcher that you battled with the most?
2-2 on the way. And a swing and a miss struck him out. There's a good changeup to get the red-hot Griffin Conine for out number 1, his first strikeout of the night. That'll bring up the left fielder, Heriberto Hernandez. 4 straight games that Nola has allowed a home run in the first or the second. In fact, he had a run there where he allowed 3 straight first inning homers. The pitch to Hernandez is in there for a strike, starting with the home run to Stowers we just mentioned in Miami. He gave one up to the number 2 hitter against the Nationals on the 3rd of August. He gave one up to the number 3 hitter, Vlad Jr., against the Blue Jays. The 0-1 pitch. Swinging a bouncing ball towards third, charging Stott, gloves it near the bag, off balance throw, but it's right on the money. Boy, he just looks like he's been playing there his whole life.
He looks, you know, he looks like a really good infielder.
Yeah.
I mean, he can play anywhere, and this ball was in and out of his glove so fast. And this time, and playing on the left side, he gets to showcase the strength of the arm. I love it.
So 2 gone, and here's Owen Casey, the designated hitter. No score in the second. And Nola with the wind and the pitch to Casey. It's up and away for a ball. The windup and the 1-0. Swing and a ground ball foul off his leg. And Casey did that last night as well. Hobbling a bit as he wanders around at the plate. I think yesterday was on the front foot. This one got him on the shin just below the right knee.
And that's a cutter. So typically almost always, with the cutter now so prevalent in the game, when it sneaks in, the only way to get it as a hitter, you naturally react by pulling the hands in. Now I'm talking about when the ball cuts in on you, so righty against a lefty. You pull your hands in, and if you don't square it, it just almost always goes down somewhere around the foot, the leg.
Well, the foot bone connected to the shin bone, and he's gotten them both in the last 2 days. He's back in the box now, ready to hit. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Nola kicks and delivers, and the pitch swung on and missed. Good curveball there, and it's 1-2. His curveball has been so much sharper, and as you pointed out in your scouting report, it has been down, and that has made such a difference for Aaron Nola. Here's the windup, and his 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Another curveball, and a couple of strikeouts there in a 1-2-3 second. 6 straight retired to begin the ball game for Nola. We'll go to the bottom of the second, no score.
Okay, all signed up. Easy. Now let's run payroll.
Mariano Rivera, cutter man, what can you say? Because lefties had no chance against him. Randy Johnson. All you want to do is try to make contact and put the ball in play. Don't get hit in the head and just try to pull it in play. Mr. Greg Maddux, another great teammate, great player. Hey, this is a beautiful card right here. This card tells you and lets you know that I got him. When you see that finish high, you know that he's in the books.
What was that ball crushed?
What is something that you snack on that you don't worry about?
I love Uncrustables. I could eat like 10 of them in one sitting.
And no regard for his body? I don't even wait till I thaw out.
Hey, Put them in a toaster next time. And toast it, yep. It'll change your life.
Yeah, just an incredible play by Riley Green.
You're an all-star on the field and off, bro.
I appreciate it.
Hey,
Thank you.
Riley Green, bro, food genius.
Receive a Wawa Kyle Schwarber bobble figurine on Friday, August 21st when the Phils take on the Cardinals at 6:40. Visit Phillies.com for tickets now.
Your exclusive home for Phillies baseball. Sports Radio 94 WIP.
Luis Arraez, the former Marlin, former teammate of Sandy Alcantara, leads off. He's 4 for 8 against him in his career. Here's the pitch from Alcantara, and it's taken. It's a called strike. No score, bottom of the second. Alcantara gave up a hit in the first, but got a double play ball off the bat of Bryce Harper, the 16th that he has hit into this year, the pitch. And that's taken, and it's a called strike. Arraez looked to have no interest in swinging at that pitch. Starts the night with a .317 batting average, tops in the National League. Here's the 0-2 pitch on the way, and it's poked foul out of play left side.
He's at it again. Arraez poked that out of play. Well, that came from a bunch of 3-2 counts. So if you can get into the 3-2 counts, he'll usually give you something hard. He doesn't like throwing the changeup, which is a really good pitch, in those counts.
Here's Alec Bohm. And the pitch to Bohm. He takes. That's a called strike. 10 days ago, Alec Bohm, who plays every day, 10 days ago he was batting .224. And in the span of 10 days, he's raised his batting average 20 points to .244. That's hard to do at this time of year. The pitch. And it's taken right down the middle for a strike call just above the knees. And it's 0-2. Bohm with 14 homers, 71 runs batted in. He's third on the club. Just behind Schwarber at 74, Harper at 72. The pitch. And Bohm takes low. And with the 0-2, there we see the changeup. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bohm has done a nice job against Sandy over the years. .378 hitter. Here's the 1-2. Swung on, hit in the air, right center field, fairly deep. It'll push Marcy back towards the track. He's going to make the catch just shy of the warning track and fire it in quickly as Arraez has to stay put at first.
Well, don't miss the fun after the final out. Fans 55 and over are invited to participate in Independence Blue Cross Senior Stroll the bases after the Phils host the Astros on Thursday, September 10th at 1:05 p.m. Visit Phillies.com to secure your seats today.
Brings up Bryson Stott, .266 hitter with a 10-game hitting streak. Stott now a career high as he is second longest on base streak of his career. He takes a strike, 0-1 the count. 1 out, 1 on for the Phillies here in a scoreless game. Alcantara at the belt comes set. And the pitch. And that stays a little bit high. They've got Lopez, the shortstop, playing up the middle. Edwards watches the hole at second base. Outfield shades the other way. Stott with the big go-ahead 2-run single last night to give the Phillies a lead. They would hold the rest of the night. The pitch swung on, popped up. Left side of the infield. Sanoa is waiting on it just to the left of the pitcher's mound. He'll make the catch. 2 down. And that'll bring up Brandon Marsh. Well, Alcantara's on a pretty good roll right now. Over the last 8 starts that he's made, in that time he leads Major League Baseball in innings pitched, and he's got a 1.8 earned run average over those 8 starts.
He always pitches a ton of innings. When he's healthy, he's out there.
He is a horse. Yep. The pitch. And Marsh, a swing and a miss. Got a first pitch fastball. Outer third. Swings through it. Alcantara, last year, his first year back after missing time from Tommy John, made 31 starts through 174 innings. And this pitch is up high. Snap throw back to first base. And Arise is back there safely. Joe Mack doing the catching tonight, his first appearance in the series. Sandy's ERA last year was 5.36, basically 2 runs lower this year. And here's a changeup away, and Marsh is able to lay off. And that will make it a 2-1 count. Checked his swing in time. .272 average for Brandon. The pitch swung on, fouled back.
Well, the Marlins, as a team, their payroll is right in that $70 million mark. And believe it or not, out of that, Sandy Alcantara and Pete Fairbanks make up 40% of that money in their contract. So you can imagine he's out there, he's going to be a workhorse. They want him to pitch, and he does.
The 2-2 on the way. Swung on, line to left center. That'll be down for a base hit. A rise into second. He'll stop there. And Brandon Marsh with a 2-out single. We'll bring up Justin Crawford with a man in scoring position. As the Phillies, their first scoring opportunity of the night. They've been really good at these here of late. Crawford drove in a run last night. The pitch swings and shoots it foul. Third base side, a little late on that. Oh, 0-1 the count. And the pitch. Check swing. Pitch was down and away. No swing, says Shane Livensparger. Crawford comes into the night, .270 hitter with 2 homers. And he takes inside. And just as we've pointed out a few times, just slowly creeping up with that average. As he is playing pretty well in the second half of his rookie season. Two and one, the pitch. Swung on, ground ball up the middle. Lopez scoops and sliding. He'll throw it to second, but it's late. Marsh is able to get in there safely ahead of the throw from Lopez to Edwards, and it'll be an infield hit for Crawford, and the bases are loaded for Garrett Stubbs.
Hey, Brandon Marsh went into second base. Now, he didn't slide. And in the past, I would say, you know, get down and slide. But after what we have seen with players running through bases, I wasn't 100% sure what he was going to do. You could actually run through like a track guy and keep the play alive. He does sneak in. That's close.
Well, here is Stubbs. Big opportunity early. Alcantara will work out of the windup. And his first pitch to Stubbs is taken, and it's right there for a strike called. Arise getting a big break off of third base. Alcantara giving him a look in the middle of his windup. 25th time that Alcantara has started against the Phils. The 0-1 is way outside. Again, Sandy seeing Arise. jumping around out of the corner of his eye. He winds up, and his 1-1 swing at a foul at the plate. Only 41 at-bats for Stubbs. He's batting .122 with a couple of runs batted in. He's 2 for his last 30. And getting an opportunity to spell JT Realmuto behind the plate. The windup and the 1-2 pitch. Swung on, a little squibber towards short. Lopez, tough play, throws to first. It's not in time. Stubbs beats it out. Another infield hit for the Phillies, and they've got a 1-0 lead.
Well, that's just brilliant by Garrett Stubbs. I mean, completely just gets fisted on this ball the other way. And that's only the second hit. You were talking about that. It was July 6th. I went looking today. I'm like, when was his last hit? July 6th. Think about that. 2 days after the 4th of July was his last hit. And this one here is a big one.
Well, not only does it get the Phillies their first run, it also brings up Schwarber with the bases loaded. And Alcantara still out of the windup, delivers, and the pitch is fouled away left side up into the club level. 0-1 the count. The windup and the right-hander's pitch. It's outside. Schwarber, who hit a long fly ball foul, just foul. It was initially ruled a home run last night, would have been his 38th. He still holds the major league lead with 37 homers. Here's the windup, and Alcantara's 1-1. Broken bat floater caught at first by Conine. Lunging towards the line, he makes the grab, and that'll do it for the Phillies. They get a run in the inning on a total of 4 hits. They leave 3 and will go to the third. It's 1-0 Phillies.
Diving stop by Torres. Pacho throws. Got him. Fine play.
Long run back. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. reaches out, makes the grab, and crashes into the sidewall. The swing and line. The 1-1 to short. Diving catch Andres Jimenez. Soaring through the air.
Bounce toward right. Diving stop. What a play by Antonacci. And from the seat of his pants, he throws to first.
Diving stop at third by Hernandez. He throws from the knees. Tagged out at first base is Sanchez.
1-run scores. Low being sent home. Langford's throw on the money wins the tag, and he got him on the side. So Langford doing a nice job preventing that second run.
Going back toward the track. Kike Hernandez on the warning track. Reaches up. He makes the catch as he crashes into the short wall next to the pole. Inside out swing. Nice pick by Grissom. And the throw is there to retire Peterson.
That's some serious good hands for Von Grissom on the backhand, playing the shortstop position.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
No magic words, no wishing of home. All you need is scratching. Play the Wizard of Oz family of scratch-offs from the PA Lottery with big top prizes. Play today. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly.
The home of the Phillies, 94 WIP.
Whiz-wit? Well, we've got you covered. The first 4,000 fans to purchase a theme night ticket for the Phil's Steak Bundle presented by Philly's Best Steak Company will receive a voucher to redeem for an exclusive cheesesteak-themed hat on Friday, September 4th at 6:40 p.m. when the Phils host the Braves. Visit Phillies.com/theme nights to purchase tickets today.
We go to the third inning. Phillies now with a 1-0 lead. And it'll bring up Esteury Ruiz, 27-year-old who's batting .257 on the season. Does most of his best work against lefties, but he's in the lineup tonight against the right-hander Aaron Nola. Into his windup, and the first pitch to Ruiz is a little bit low for a ball. 1-0 the count. Nola needed 22 pitches to get through the first 2 innings. Alcantara at 38 pitches thus far, after having to face 7 hitters in that frame. The 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball. That's a strike. 1-1. Shadows now fully covering the infield, most of the shallow part of the outfield. Still some late day sunshine out in dead center and in straightaway right. 1-1 the count. Nola with a wind. Here's the pitch. And Ruiz fouls it off.
That's what I like about Aaron right now. What I think he's doing is because his changeup and curveball, in my mind, are enough to get through 5 innings. Pretty solid. But you still have to show the sinker. You have to show the four-seamer. What he can do is show it competitively, but for a ball, and you get them to swing at it. Then you can run into the curveball and the change.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. And that one is just outside for ball. Stubbs holding it there for a moment. Little cutter off the plate. Ruiz won't offer. He's right on top of the plate, that back foot. Almost touching the line nearest the plate as well as the back line of the batter's box. 2-2. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball. And that's a called third strike. And no challenge by Ruiz, although that one might have been outside. It'll be the 3rd strikeout for Nola. Brings up the catcher, Joe Mack. His first at-bat in the series. Brian Navarretto getting to start each of the first 2 games. Mack, a left-handed batter, a rookie. And the pitch he takes. That's a called strike. Phillies got more help today in the playoff race. The Braves have lost. The Padres have lost. Diamondbacks in progress right now in Boston in a 5-5 game through 7. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And that is inside. 1-1. So the Braves get swept in Minneapolis. And wow. When you talk about baseball in 2026, you say, well, the Phillies went to Minneapolis. They sweep the Twins. Oh, big whoop. Well, it can happen to anybody. You got to win what's on your schedule. The 1-1. And that's fouled back and out of play. And you can ask the Braves that right now. Phillies, of course, went to Miami a month ago. Marlins had lost 12 in a row. The Phillies were feeling pretty good. And then they weren't when they got swept by Miami. It can turn in a hurry.
Yeah.
The windup, and Nola's 1-2. Swing and a miss, got him. Breaking ball in the dirt. And that's 3 straight strikeouts. 4 of the last 5 batters down on strikes. It's not really close. He's 6-13 against them with a .352 earned run average. Certainly respectable.
Yep.
One and one on Sanoa, the number 9 hitter, batting .272. It's 1-0 Phillies. 1-1. Swung on, yanked foul. And there's what you talked about, that sinker that's in off the plate. Sanoa getting his hands inside it, but can only pull it foul, and so that buys Aaron another strike.
And at times it can burn a pitch or two. I mean, it adds up a little bit to your pitch count, but I think for him to be effective, that's how you have to do it.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Nola's pitch on the way, and it's down and away. Not a surprise. Went to his curveball there, but well off the plate. So the count is even at 2-2. The windup, and Nola delivers. Swing and a ground ball to short. Turner waits back. He's got it. Long throw, and it's not in time. And Trey Turner decided to stay back and play that hop, and his throw was a little bit late. And scored a base hit for Sanoa, and that's the first one of the game for Miami.
Yep, and that's part of where, Bobby does teach get the good hop. You have to, that's his priority, and at times the middle infielders, for me, sit back. If you're going to do that and play that big hop kind of backwards, then you have to start in. That's the only way, especially against a guy like Sanoa who can fly.
So it'll put speed aboard at first with 2 down. Jacob Marcy is the batter. Left-hand hitter popped out his first time up. The pitch. And that is off the plate away. So Nola out of the stretch for the very first time, as that's the first base runner for Miami. Nola's pitch. Swung on, skied to right field. It's shallow. Arise going out, calling off Harper, and Arise way out there makes the catch. And that is out number 3. No runs on an infield hit, 1 left. We'll go to the bottom of the third. It's 1-0 Phillies.
The Score Bet is an official sports betting partner of your Philadelphia.
During the offseason of 1888 to 1889, Spalding took a group of big leaguers on the first worldwide barnstorming tour.
This is Spalding.
Yes,
you look at the Spalding, you're like, wait a second. Now this is the backstory. Okay, this is great.
Stops included New Zealand, Italy, France, and even Egypt, where they played in front of the pyramids. Spalding's contributions to baseball history don't end there.
Do you know the story of Doubleday and the invention of baseball?
Please
tell us.
Enlighten us.
When a 71-year-old Cooperstown native came forward, baseball officially had a birthplace in Cooperstown.
If I'm in the presence of this baseball, does it give you powers to become a better baseball player?
I've been here 5 years and playing baseball through all of it. I don't think I've gotten better.
And whether it's the World Series or the wonders of the ancient world, there's no debating that baseball connects us all.
Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
.135 when the Phils play the Cardinals, and kids 14 and under receive a Pico Bryce Harper football jersey. Grab tickets today at Phillies.com.
Phillies baseball, Sports Radio 94 WIP.
Don't miss the huddle at Citizens Bank Park on Sunday, August 23rd at 1:35 p.m. when the Phils take on the Cardinals, and kids 14 and under, you're going to get a Pico Bryce Harper football jersey. Visit Phillies.com to purchase tickets today.
Trey Turner leads it off here against Sandy Alcantara and takes the first pitch wide for ball 1. It's 1-0. Phillies leading it, bottom of the third inning. Turner, Harper, and Arise due up against Alcantara. Here's the windup and the 1-0. And that one is a strike over the inside corner. Alcantara, two-time All-Star, Cy Young Award winner in the National League in 2022. Had a .228 earned run average that year. Here's a swing and a pop-up on the infield. And Lopez calling everyone off. He'll make the catch behind the mound on the infield grass. There's one away.
I feel like Aaron could use a little run support.
He was getting some early in the year, but in the second half, he's gotten virtually none.
Yeah.
He did his last start, of course, in Iowa. The Phillies struck right away against Taj Bradley and the Twins. Here's the first pitch to Harper, and it's down and away. One ball and no strikes. The pitch. Harper takes down low. Harper, who grounded into a 4-6-3 double play his first time up. Good numbers against Sandy. 16 hits in 50 at bats with 4 doubles and 3 homers off him. The windup and the 2-0. Swing and a foul in and out of the mitt of Mack. Count is 2-1. And the pitch. That one is a strike called at the knees, and Harper wants to challenge it. So we get another ABS challenge initiated by the Phillies hitters. And this one is indeed low.
Ball's overturned. Philadelphia has 2 challenges remaining.
Turner had one overturned earlier tonight. Now it's Harper's turn.
Yeah, and that gets him into a hitter's count here. Let's see if he can take advantage of it.
3-1 the count. And the pitch. Taken, and that's low for ball 4.
The catcher
but
is challenging the ball
Joe Mack is going to challenge it this time. Harper not waiting around to find out. He's starting his walk to first base. Taking off all his gear, and he'll have to put it back on.
Call is overturned. Count is 3-2. Miami has 2 challenges remaining.
Harper with those 3 homers off of Alcantara. That's tied for the most anybody's hit. Ozzie Albies has 3, and Michael Conforto has 3. So Harper back into the box. And Alcantara remaining on the mound, ready to deliver the 3-2. He winds up and fires. And the pitch is fouled out of play, left side. Harper with all these walks here in the month of August. Harper has 22 walks in his last 14 games. The 3-2. And that's outside ball 4, and he's got number 23. And you go back as far as 1900, and Harper is the 3rd Philly to draw as many as 23 walks in a 15-game span. The last one to do it in 1995, Dave Hollins.
Yep.
And before that, you go back to 1936, Dolph Camilli. The pitch to Arise, he's taking, and he looks at a strike. Now, it's not the most that Harper's ever had in a 15-game span, just happens to be the most any Philly has had in a 15-game span. 0-1 the count, and the pitch. And that's up high, which Arise lets everybody know. Back in 2016, and this might have been in that those days when Joe Madden was walking him intentionally with the bases empty when he was managing the Cubs, but he had a 15-game stretch where he walked 29 times. Next pitch is outside.
So, yeah, and I was going to ask you that question on when it was and what the circumstances are, because I have never seen Harp walk like this.
Right. He's never done it as a Philly.
That's right. And so I think he's just flat out getting pitched around then.
2-1. Here's the pitch. And it's swung on, fouled back over the screen.
To me, this is very different. He is still up there looking to hit. He's still getting some cuts. But if you're going to have all these walks for a guy like Bryce Harper, you have to have so much belief in the guy behind you. And he's taking his walks, and I like that. I respect that.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Luis Arise, who had a 2-strike single his last time up. Here's the pitch. Swung on, hit deep, right field. Going back is Ruiz at the wall, looking up, it's gone. And Luis Arise with a 2-run home run to straightaway right field. Number 6 on the season, his second as a Philly. And the Phils now lead it 3-0 on the 2-run shot. And Luis Arise now has 6 hits in 10 lifetime at-bats off his former teammate.
For a guy who's known for just contact, he still has enough pop, especially on the pull side. He's going to get his home runs pull, and he's going to get him on the right pitch. Now, that's a breaking ball, so he's able to reverse the spin on that and get some carry.
Here is Alec Boehm, and the pitch to Boehm is inside and low, and that is the first home run hit by the Phillies in this series. They don't win all that often when they don't find the seats. Here's the 1-0. And it's fouled away to the right side, especially given the number of runs they are scoring these days. With 6 runs or more in 5 straight games. Stott popped out on the infield his first time up. The pitch, swing and a miss. And Stott, who rarely swings at the first pitch, maybe thinking, yeah, I don't want to do that again.
He's setting them up. He's just setting them up.
0-1 the count. Alcantara with the pitch. And that one is outside. 18th homer he's given up this season. Here's the 1-1. Stott swings and lifts it to center. Marcy came in a step, now drifts back. He's got plenty of room. He'll make the catch. Sides retired, but the Phillies tack on to their lead. Second homer for Arise in a Phillies uniform, and it comes off his former teammate and Sandy Alcantara. We head to the 4th. Phillies 3 and the Marlins nothing. Baseball when the Phils take on the Cards Friday, August 21st at 6:40, Saturday, August 22nd at 6:05, and Sunday, August 23rd at 1:35. Secure seats today at Phillies.com.
The Phillies play here. Sports Radio 94 WIP.
The RAV4 inning presented by Toyota. Check out Toyota.com to get your new 2026 RAV4 today. Toyota, let's go Phils. We go to the 4th, 3-0 Phillies. Here's Kevin Stocker.
Now the first pitch here to Otto Lopez. It's going to run in there for a strike from Aaron Nola, who's sitting now at 39 pitches. It's been very good, trying to stay down in the zone. Lopez grounded out back in the first. 308 hitter coming into this game. Switch hitter from the right side. And that's a fly ball towards center. Back goes Crawford. He's on his horse, but gets around it, and he makes the catch. Ball carried. 1 out. And I should correct myself there. He's not a switch hitter. Edwards, who's up now, is the switch hitter.
Close enough.
Well, Well, it brings up a question that I have for you, Scott. I was looking at their lineup today. And another righty with Aaron Nola, and they flip-flopped Lopez and Edwards in the lineup. Any rhyme or reason that you
I'm
can
sure
think of?
a lineup optimizer of some kind told them that was the way to go.
First pitch to Edwards is in there for a strike.
That's my guess.
They put here are the guys that are going to play against this guy, and it spits out a lineup. And that's how they do it.
I would guess.
It's nuts, yeah. 0-1 count here to Edwards. Breaking ball, that misses down and in. Count runs 1-1. I even asked their TV broadcasters, and they both their shoulders just kind of went up, and they're like, don't know. That's what they said to me. No rhyme or reason at times. Bryson Stott, third base, way in on the cut, just in case there's a bunt. 1-1 pitch, another breaking ball in there for a strike. Count runs 1-2.
Yeah, they're doing things their way, and they're doing things a little bit differently than some other organizations, obviously. They're calling all their pitches from the dugout. They now have 2 people in the dugout that are relaying signs.
What, like a football sideline?
Yeah, well, one of them is the decoy.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Oh. The 1-2. This ball's lifted in the air down the third base line. Stott's running over. He's going to get over to the tarp, and it's about 10 rows deep, and Bryson jumps up on the tarp.
I have no doubt they will be among the loudest supporters of anybody who says, why can't we just tap into the pitch comm from the bench?
Oh.
I mean, if they're just telling them what to throw, and the catcher's just punching it into the pitch comm, the pitcher is receiving that information. Why not just eliminate a step and have the bench do it straight to the pitcher's head?
1-2 count to Edwards. Nola pitch. This ball's hit up the middle softly, but it gets into the outfield for a base hit right at Justin Crawford. And Xavier Edwards, who flew out in the first, has a base hit here in the top of the fourth.
You know, they went to pitch comm to eliminate some of the sign stealing.
Yes.
And the Marlins, calling pitches from the bench, now have to have 2 people do it to eliminate some of the sign stealing. They have created the problem that was solved.
Very well said. Griffin Conine, the 4-hitter for the Marlins, with a runner on first base. Left-handed hitter. Nola works out of his stretch, and the first pitch just misses off the plate. They created a problem.
I mean, essentially,
yeah.
They've just recreated the same problem that had already been solved.
They're going to play pull here. Stott's way off the line. He's over in the shortstop position. Next pitch. This ball is fouled straight back. It'll be interesting at some point. Maybe they'll, instead of just the signs, they'll just have like a board, and they hold it up, and like different states mean different pitches or different, right?
Some weird alphabetical numerical code.
Exactly. The 1-1. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball. Count runs 1-2.
Well, you spent a lot of time covering college baseball, and you've known for a long time that college baseball coaches are calling everything from the bench. So catchers don't learn the same way they might have once learned how to call a game when they're coming up.
Short lead at first. That's Edwards. Long look by Nola. And the pitch, that's a ground ball. High hopper to Arise at second base. His only play will be at first base. And they do get him, but the runner advances. 2 outs. Hey, let's take 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves. You're listening to the Phillies Radio Network.
94 WIP HD1 Philadelphia. Powered by the Tasty Cake Studios. The home of the Phillies. 94 WIP. An Odyssey Sports Station.
Heriberto Hernandez, left fielder. Right-handed hitter will step in now with a runner in scoring position. It's Xavier Edwards out there who got on with a single. Hernandez grounded out in the second inning. Nola's first pitch, huge swing on a curveball way out in front. Quickly 0-1. Yeah, in the college ranks, and they're calling all that stuff from the bench, the coaches had just decided they didn't want 18-year-old kids deciding whether or not the coaches would have a job or not. So
right.
But to your point, and you're exactly right, what do they learn? What do the catchers learn about calling a game?
Yeah, they stop thinking for themselves. They might pick up some of it along the way, but I don't think they're not fully immersed in it. They're simply just relaying the information.
The 0-1, and that misses low. We're in the top of the fourth here. Phils are up 3-0. 2 outs. Hard pull against Hernandez on the infield. Crawford, he's a little pull as well in center. The 1-1 pitch. This ball's hit hard but foul into the crowd on the third base side.
This spot right here is representative of what the Phillies have done well, both offensively and on the mound over the last 5 games in this 5-game winning streak. The Phillies in these 5 games are 20 for 54 with runners in scoring position. Their opponents are 7 for 41, a 171 batting average.
Counts 1-2. Nola fires. Ground ball right at Trey. 2 hops. He comes up and fires across for the out. Nice job, Aaron Nola, to leave that guy out there stranded. As we are going to head to the middle of the 4th inning. Phils are still up 3-0.
Ever tried pork tenderloin on the grill? Yeah, it's a game.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game. Post-game. And everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
The first thing people realize is the history of Montgomery, and that history is real. So while that history is in the past, it also helps us move forward in a positive way.
Just like a lot of other of the 120 minor league teams, the baseball is not what we do, right? The Tampa Bay Rays do a phenomenal job of sending amazing athletes here, and we let them handle the baseball, and we handle everything outside the line.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Labor Day weekend at Citizens Bank Park is the place to be when the Phils host the Braves on Friday, September 4th through Monday, September 7th. Order tickets now at Phillies.com.
Your exclusive home for Phillies baseball. 94 WIP.
On the bottom of the 4th inning, the RAV 4th inning, brought to you by Toyota. Check out Toyota.com and visit your local tri-state Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go Phils. Sandy Alcantara back out there on the mound, ready to go. The infield is going to play hard pull against Brandon Marsh, who singled back in the 2nd inning. And the first pitch is swung on and lifted toward left field. Back goes Hernandez right to the edge of the track, but he makes the catch. 1 pitch and 1 out to start the bottom of the 4th. Bring up Justin Crawford, who had an infield single in the 2nd inning. That was his 25th infield single on the season. In comes Sanoa, the 3rd baseman, in case there's a bunt. Alcantara's first pitch, fake bunt. He was taking all the way. So I told you I was doing a little bit of math. Here's my math. So coming into this game, he's hitting .270. He was 92 for 341. 92 hits, 341 at-bats. Next pitch, high hopper. Sanoa's hustling over, and he makes the play at first base on the run. Terrific play by Sanoa.
That really was.
Woo. 2 outs. So yeah, the math there, 92 for 341 for a .270 average. If you take away 25 infield hits, any guess?
Oh,
I know it's more math.
It's going to be a lot.
He would be 67 hits, and that's a $196.
Wow.
So, I mean, if you do the math, you go half of those hits all of a sudden.
He wouldn't be in the big leagues.
He wouldn't be in the big leagues. Well said. Garrett Stubbs, now the hitter from the left side of the plate, takes the first pitch for a strike. 2 outs here, bottom of the 4th, 3-0, Phils on top. I just consider that for him a weapon. To be able to beat those singles out. Talking about infield singles, Garrett had one back in the second inning, a big one. Sandy's pitch. It's a strike on the inner half. Stubbs in an 0-2 count. And the pitch, and this ball's hit the other way, but foul. Alcantara at 65 pitches. And the Phils are trying to run that pitch count up, certainly on him. Working out of his windup, he rocks and fires, and Garrett fouls it straight back.
Yeah, the guys in the Marlins bullpen in this series, 2 days, they've thrown 195 pitches total between them all. Last night, 115 pitches from their bullpen.
0-2 pitch. Ground ball right at the second baseman. That's Edwards. He takes it on the backhand side and throws Garrett out. A pretty easy inning there for Sandy Alcantara. And we'll head to the top of the fifth inning, though. Phils do have a 3-0 lead.
Every small bit.
Jim Abbott has a no-hitter. 2 outs into the ninth, and he'll have to face Carlos Baerga. And the ground ball is short. Velarde, he did it! He did it! No-hitter for Jim Abbott. Jim Abbott throws a no-hitter and shuts out the Cleveland Indians 4-0. France punches one to right center. This one's falling fast, and that's down for a hit. Cronenworth to third. The throw by Bench to a plate, and he's going to be out by a mile. Haven't they gotten the scouting report? Bench notches another one. His 8th outfield assist of the year. And Cronenworth was out by 15 feet.
Short hop. Nicely played by Alvarez, who sticks his helmet in there.
Lined into right field. That's a base hit from Merrill. Now they're going to challenge him this time. Here comes the throw by Bench. Machado is going to be out at the plate. 2-in-1 inning for Carson Bench. Are you kidding me? Stop running on him.
4 straight hits against Nolan McLean. And thanks to Carson Bench, the Padres don't score.
One of the great defensive weapons in all of baseball, the right arm of Carson Bench.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita Auctions.
Your exclusive home for Phillies baseball. Sports Radio 94 WIP.
Well, put on your red bow and join us for fun and friendship at Citizens Bank Park for Hello Kitty Night on Tuesday, September 8th at 6:40 p.m. when the Phils host the Houston Astros, and the first 4,000 fans to purchase tickets through the Theme Nights page will receive an exclusive Hello Kitty hat. Purchase tickets today at phillies.com/theme nights. That was a long read. Got through it. Moved to the top of the fifth inning. Aaron Nola now at 53 pitches. He's been very good. The breaking stuff really working for him. He will face Owen Casey, who's DHing today from the left side. And the first pitch, he swings and misses. Good changeup at 85 miles an hour. Play Casey on the pull side in the infield, straight up in the outfield. Nola out of his windup. He fires and misses with the ball down low. Count runs 1-1. Owen Casey, August 1st, just got back from a calf strain, so they had missed him for a while, so he's still trying to kind of get back into it. Hasn't been great in August, the 1-1. Ball misses down. One thing about him, though, he went down to Jupiter, Florida to do his rehab down there and kind of get better, and one thing about Casey is he's a fisherman. So he would get up every day at 4 in the morning, walk down to the beach, walk the beach with a fishing pole and fish till 8, and then go over and do his treatment. It's like a vacation for the kid. 2-1 pitch that runs inside. That's a ball. 3-1 count now, hitter's count. Casey struck out back in the second inning. Nola's 3-1. Hard hit towards center field on a line drive right at Crawford. He dances a little bit, but able to judge it and make the catch on a back pedal. Hit that ball pretty hard, but right at Justin. 1 out. Steyuri Ruiz will step in. Right-handed hitter, struck out back in the third. 257 hitter, has a little bit of pop, 6 home runs, but his calling card is definitely his speed. So Bryson Stott will come in case there's a bunt. First pitch swing and pops it a mile high in the infield. Who wants it? Well, I know Aaron doesn't. He gets out of the way. It'll be Bryson Stott who makes the catch. And that's 2 outs. Catcher today, Joe Mack, left-handed hitter, hitting in the 8th spot. 240 hitter. Open stance, pretty tall, kind of waggles his bat, and the first pitch he sees is off the plate for a ball. And I noticed this last time the Phillies played against the Marlins. Every time Joe Mack gets into the box, he looks into the dugout at somebody or something. 1-0 pitch, swing and foul back. And I have no idea. I've not been able to figure out who he's looking at. If they're trying to give him some sort of a weird sign from the dugout, don't know. Wouldn't surprise me. It's got a 1-1 count here. Nola fires, and that's just off the plate for a ball. Count runs 2-1. Joe Mack, first round pick in 2021. 28th overall pick as a catcher. Marlins have had 3 number 1 picks as catchers. The 2-1, swing and a miss, way out in front of that changeup. Charles Johnson, of course, probably the most famous. He was the World Series catcher back in 1997. He was a first rounder. Another one, Kyle Skipworth in 2008. He was 6th overall. And now Joe Mack, who has a 2-2 count, 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Nola's pitch. Breaking ball got him to swing and miss right over the top of it. Good pitch by Aaron Nola. That's the 5th strikeout so far for Aaron. Feeling really good. Ran right through here in the top of the 5th in this lineup. Well, into the bottom of the 5th inning. Fills up 3-0.
Whether it's in stadium, on the road, or at home, let's work together to stop the steal. Vehicle crime is...
Hard at work rebuilding our infrastructure. Whether it's transportation, water, or energy projects, ELEC and operating engineers 825 are ready to get to work building our future.
The home of the Phillies, 94 WIP.
Well, here in the bottom of the 5th inning, it will be Kyle Schwarber to lead things off. He flew out in the first inning and lined out in the second. It's a 3-0 game. Phil's on top here, bottom of the 5th. Alcantara, his first pitch, he fires it down low for a ball. Mentioned earlier in the scouting report, Alcantara has 7 pitches, and yes, he has thrown at least one of all of those pitches. And here's the 1-0, swing and a miss by Kyle.
What's the one he's thrown the least?
Slider.
How many times?
1 pitch.
It's almost like, why bother?
Why bother? Yep. 2 sweepers. 1-1 pitch. Ground ball foul by Kyle. Count runs 1 and 2. He's thrown the sinker the most. That's at 31%. Cutter, changeup, four-seamer on down the line. Schwarber, I think, might have got that off the toe. He's kind of walking around a little bit, but looks like he's good to go. One-two count. Alcantara's delivery. This ball's hit up in the air. It's popped up. It's going to get just outside the infield on the left side. Sanoa calls off his shortstop Lopez and makes the catch. It's the first out of the inning. Bring up Trey Turner now. Turner singled in the first, popped up in the third. And the first pitch. That is a strike on the outer half. I had a chance to talk to Trey. This was some time ago. I found out that at North Carolina State this offseason, he was actually inducted into their North Carolina State Ring of Honor. And the next pitch runs inside for a ball. That was in November of last year, actually with Dan Plesac. So he was invited, the two of them, I think a few other players. They go to a football game. At the halftime of a football game, they get inducted into this Ring of Honor. Next pitch, he takes that for a strike. Count goes 1 and 2. So now they have his number. Number 8 is displayed on the outfield fence. That's at, I think it's called Doak Field, D-O-A-K. So that's where they put his number. Next pitch to Trey. That's off the... Oh, that's a called strike. Trey wants to challenge that.
That's a clear strike.
Is it?
Yeah.
99-mile-an-hour four-seamer on the outer half, but Trey's going to give it a go, and he's going to lose. Yeah, it's a clear strike. And that's a strikeout for Alcantara. 2 outs. Bring up Bryce Harper. Harper grounded into a double play in the first, and he walked and scored in the third. Yeah, well, at that school at college, I mean, he was talking about Turner, all-time stolen base leader, had 113, 3-time All-American. You can understand his award. First pitch swinging is Bryce Harper the other way, but foul. I asked Trey about it. You know what he said? He goes, no, that was great. It was a really cool ceremony. Plus, they really liked the donation that I gave for the new hitting facility at the baseball field. Oh, 1 pitch. That's a ball. Count runs 1 and 1.
That alumni association is going to find you.
They are.
And a guy like Trey Turner riding a pretty high profile in that regard.
Yeah.
They're definitely going to find him.
1-1. That ball's hit hard up the middle. Line drive base hit. Just got past Edwards, the second baseman. And Bryce Harper has a base hit here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th inning. And why not get on in front of this guy, Luis Arraez, who has 2 hits today, a single in the second, a 2-run shot in the third. That was a couple RBIs with that. He's now 6 for his last 11. 3-0 Phil's, top of the 5th inning. 2 outs here. Harper on first. Alcantara now is going to be working out of his stretch. And the first pitch, taking all the way for a strike.
Harper now in 12 plate appearances in this series has been on base 8 times. 4 hits, 4 walks. Bryce.
That's great. 0-1. Hart takes his lead at first. Not a big one. Contra holds for a while. Here's the delivery. Hit to center field in the air. It's lifted. Not super deep. Marcy's going to rally behind that and make the catch. And they do get a runner on here in the bottom of the fifth, but Alcantara pitching well. He gets out of it no problem. As we head to the top of the sixth inning, it will be Scott Frazier.
Here we go. This is a classic road jersey for Boston. This is the first uniform I put on when I came with Boston. When you see those two socks together, that's one thing I know I had to do. I had to make sure I had my red socks high, okay? My two red socks, because, you know, there's two here.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back. Bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the ultimate mystery player challenge, and Immaculate Grid, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Bedding is engineered for our climate. It resists cracking in the freezing cold and won't swell in the summer heat. You get the timeless beauty of wood with lasting protection and low maintenance. Your home deserves the #1 brand of siding in North America. Learn more at jameshardy.com. That's jameshardy.com. Giant Family Day will be fun on Saturday, September 5th at 6:05 when the Phils face the Braves. And kids 14 and under take home a squeeze bottle. Secure seats at phillies.com.
Phillies baseball, Sports Radio 94 WIP.
Citizen stats leader, the Mariners and Brewers game last night was just an absolute mess as Milwaukee set a record for all of the wrong reasons. It was a disaster for the Mariners. They lost 22-0. 21 of those runs came in the last 4 innings. This was the most lopsided shutout win since 1887 when the Philadelphia Quakers, who are now the Phillies, beat the Indianapolis Hoosiers 24-0. Citizens, the official bank of the Phillies.
Javier Sanoa, the #9 batter, leads off for the Marlins here in the 6th. And the first pitch is down and away for ball 1. Sanoa, Marcy, and Lopez here against Aaron Nola, who's gone 5 scoreless innings. He's given up 2 hits, one of them an infield hit, really just a slow play hit on a ground ball to the shortstop. And it was Sanoa, his first time up, who did just that. Next pitch is in for a strike. Nola started the inning at 64 pitches thrown. Last time Nola went as many as 7 innings in a game was the 5th of July at Kansas City, a 5-2 loss. There's the windup by Nola and the 1-1 swung on, yanked foul. He's gone exactly 5 innings in his last 2 starts. And 6 innings the time before that against Washington back on the 3rd of August. Diamondbacks have taken a 7-5 lead over the Red Sox, top of the 10th inning at Fenway. So the Red Sox have their chance to answer. Here's the windup and the 1-2 offer. Breaking ball down and away. Nola has had only 6 starts this season in which he's not given up at least 1 homer. Here's the 2-2 to Sanoa, and he fouls it twice. Fouled it down at the plate and then following through on the swing and hit it on the bounce. The last time that happened was that same game on the 5th of July at Kansas City, going 7 innings with no homers allowed. Here's the 2-2. Swung on, hit well to left. Going back is Marsh to the wall, and that is gone. And Javier Sanoa tags Aaron Nola for the 31st home run given up by Nola this season. It's 3-1 as the Marlins are on the 1-0 pitch. And Marcy swings and grounds one towards the middle. Arise is there to gobble it up. He'll throw it to first. And there's one away. Brings up Otto Lopez. Otto Lopez, who's 0 for 2 tonight against Nola. Braves lost today 6-4 to the Twins. And the Padres suffer a 4-2 defeat in New York against the Mets. Here's a ball hit off the end of the bat. That's going to be a bloop into right center for a base hit. And Lopez is on with a 1-out single.
Otto Lopez, this guy, he's a gamer. Now he's on first base, and he's hit 1 in the lineup, 2 in the lineup, 3 in the lineup, 4 and 5, and 8. Now, granted, we were talking about the Optum, the thing that they use, and they put him all over the place. But he has hit everywhere.
Here's Xavier Edwards. And the pitch. Edwards takes, that's a strike right at the knees. First pitch changeup. Lopez with 24 steals on the year. See how Nola does holding that runner at first base. The stretch and the pitch. That's outside. That game is now final in Boston. The Diamondbacks hold on to win it 7-6 in 10 innings. The pitch. Swung on, line over the leap of Arise. Hard line drive, base hit to right. And Lopez will stop at second base. Just out of the reach of Luis Arise. And now with 3 hits in the inning, 2 men on. Their hottest hitter, Griffin Conine, will come to the plate. And their biggest power threat in this lineup right now coming to the plate. And Caleb Cotham is going to the mound as the Phillies pitching coach wants a word with Nola. Conine so far 0 for 2 tonight against Aaron, and we'll see if the Phillies go ahead and get their bullpen started again. A low pitch count, but Phillies are dealing with this right now with some of their more veteran starters. Certainly Zach Wheeler last night, sharp for a couple of innings, then all of a sudden some command issues, and then in the 5th inning a ton of pitches that he had to throw and kind of hit a wall.
It's one of the things that the Marlins team, I think, do fairly well is they can just get beat down by a pitcher, but they themselves don't. They are young, they are energetic, and they keep them motivated. So at any time with these guys, especially those 2 guys up the middle and the speed, they can string these hits together. Now typically they're singles, a lot of singles, but they can hit.
Well, this guy's been hitting a lot of homers lately. Griffin Conine, he's up to 14 home runs on the season. He's got 3 of them this year against the Phillies. Phillies will play double play depth. Turner is shaded up the middle against the left-hand batter. The pitch is taken, and it's a little bit low for ball 1.
Aaron's going to have to respect the 2 guys on base here. He can't just let them run. Now it's an open throw for Stubbs, but the guys on base just absolutely can fly.
Tim Meza is getting loose, the left-hander, warming up for the Phillies in the bullpen. Here's the 1-0, and stops and turns to second. Lopez scampers back. Conine hitting .400 his last 10 games. And his OPS so far this season against righties over .1030 as a swing and a miss, 1-1 the count. One out, 2 on. The stretch by Nola. And the 1-1. Swing and a miss, curveball. And it's 1-2.
It's just 79 miles an hour. Griffin just couldn't wait. I mean, the swing was slow. The swing matched the speed of the pitch.
Well, change up, curveball, lots of soft stuff. See what he comes with here with the count at 1-2. He kicks the pitch. Another curveball, and it's low. Conine lays off. Two balls and two strikes. The stretch. And Nola, a look back at second. Clock winding down. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Big strikeout for Nola with 2 men aboard as Conine is strikeout victim number 6 on the night for Aaron. As he's trying to hold on to this 3-1 lead. And not giving in at any point there. All changeups and curveballs. And here's Hernandez, who's also 0 for 2 tonight with a couple of grounders to the left side. Nola is ready. And the righty's first pitch. Swing and a miss. Curveball. Oh, and 1 the count. The stretch. The pitch. Fastball just missed away. And it's 1-1. Nola sitting at 113 wins. 1 shy of tying Cole Hamels for 6th most in franchise history. 1-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Check swing, strike called. Changeup.
Changeup's been good.
Well, since Caleb left the mound, it's been mostly curveballs and changeups. 1 fastball, which was basically a show for Hernandez. And we'll see if Nola can finish off the Marlins left fielder. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Got him with a curveball. And all reliable for Aaron Nola comes through again. Back-to-back strikeouts, both on the curveball. And he gets out of the jam here in the 6th. The Marlins get on the board. 1 run on 3 hits. 2 were left. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th.
Like build this for them and spend the last year of coming up with this concept and getting it off the ground and getting everybody here. Like, it just feels really good to have everybody coming and experiencing the thing that we've been working so hard on. To be able to like take the experiences of Comic-Con and add that to a card show just is really fulfilling, because as somebody who grew up going to card shows and still goes to the same card show in the same church basement in Trumbull, Connecticut every month, like, it's great. Card shows are amazing, but to be able to add all of this experience is what makes this great.
AUGworks.com.
Your favorite power hitter, pocket sized. All fans receive a Wawa Kyle Schwarber bobble figurine on Friday, August 21st when the Phils take on the Cardinals at 6:40. Visit Phillies.com for tickets now.
The Phillies play here. Sports Radio 94 WIP.
Alec Bohm leading it off for the Phillies, last of the 6th. It's 3-1 Phils, and the first pitch from Sandy Alcantara misses outside for ball 1. 1-0 the count. Bohm is 0 for 2 tonight. 1 ball and no strikes. The windup and the righty's pitch. Bohm takes. That's a little low. So Nola getting into the jam, but getting out of it using primarily just changeups and curveballs. Threw one fastball in that sequence to Conine and Hernandez. The 2-0, and it's swung on, hit in the air to right, but right at Ruiz. Now drifts in a step. He'll make the catch. There's one away.
Here, Chick-fil-A nugget of the game, August 19th, 1909. We're going back a little bit here. The Philadelphia Phillies experience a Major League Baseball record. 10 straight rainouts in a row. Hang with them.
10 straight rainouts?
Yeah.
I hope they called them early so we weren't all waiting around. Will we play?
Were
Will
not.
We not?
Yeah.
Here's Stott, and it's taken down and away. What if you were the anthem singer scheduled for that night? Sorry, can you come back tomorrow? 1-0. That's down low.
What happens to the one
I'm
that
sorry.
night?
Can you come back tomorrow?
It just keeps pushing it?
Yeah, 10 straight nights.
Nah, you got to start doing two anthems. Like one before the game, one in the 6th? I don't know.
Here's the windup. The 2-0 pitch. And that, pardon me, called strike. Fastball just caught the outside corner. It's 2-1 to Stott.
You could mosh pit him together. Or they become a choir.
I mean, what if you just had the one person and you just asked the same person over and over again? Can you come back tomorrow? 2-1, down and in.
It'd be pretty hard to take another sick day on the 11th day.
This is the 6th time you've punted on me here. Should I really come back tomorrow? Am I going to fall for this again? Get to 10 straight rainouts?
Oh.
Here's the windup in the 3-1. And Stott takes. That's right down the middle. And I mean, how much rain did they have? Goodness.
I don't know. I'd have to go to an almanac, right, for that. Now, the fields were probably not nearly as good as far as drainage. Maybe they got washed out with, sprinkled and it was over.
3-2. Had a swing at a ground ball, sharply hit, but right near the bag. Lopez fielding it behind second base. He'll throw him out. 6-3, the ground out for Stott. He's hitless so far tonight. And depending on how the late innings go here, we'll see whether he gets another chance to extend his on-base streak. 2 gone. It'll bring up Brandon Marsh. Marsh 1 for 2 with a single to center. His first time up. And the pitch. And that is down and in, ball 1. '91st pitch from Alcantara, and he delivers a strike called, and questionable there. Looked a little bit low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the windup and the pitch, and it's fouled away to the left side. And a count 1-2 on Brandon Marsh, a 171 average over his last 30 games. A lot of talk about trying to make some adjustments. People are pitching him differently, and it's his turn to make an adjustment to the league's adjustment. The windup and the 1-2. Swung on, fouled away. Came in on his hands at 99 miles an hour, and he fights it off. Are you trying to find the Farmer's Almanac from that year? And
why am I so
weather
quiet?
Records?
Well, it said it didn't rain that day, but it had been off and on. That's what I'm talking about. It was off and on for 10 days that they couldn't get the game in.
1-2. Fouled back into the screen. It was only raining during the daytime. They didn't have lights.
Determined.
Then, so at a certain point, they were like, it's going to get dark. We can't play.
That's right. That's a good point.
Let's try again tomorrow. Are you free for the anthem? Here's the 1-2. And a swing and a ground ball right side. He pulls it through. There's a base hit. He got a fastball there. And Marsh, who has feasted on fastballs for the better part of this season, gets one he can handle there. And it's a 2-out single.
It's a good fight. Good battle.
Tim Mesa, by the way, Tim Mesa took a seat and hasn't gotten back up again. So Nola will go back out for the 7th. He'll have at least a 3-1 lead. Here's Justin Crawford. Had an infield hit his first time up. He's 1 for 2 today as Alcantara steps off and disengages. Marsh up to 11 stolen bases on the year. The pitch. And a swing and a foul back.
Hey, the last note on the rainouts.
Yeah.
Keep in mind now, not only does the singer have to make, you have to make up those 10 games. That's 10 lost games, right?
Yeah, I'm
and
guessing
they had a shorter season.
I'm guessing they probably didn't get them all in.
Just bagged it.
The runner does go. The 0-1 hit in the air to left. Hernandez going back into his left, reaches out, makes the snow cone catch on the run as he crosses onto the warning track. Hit well, but that is out number 3. No runs on a hit. 1 left. After 6, Phillies 3 and the Marlins 1.
Hi, this is JT.
His 23rd and 135 when the Phils play the Cardinals. And kids 14 and under receive a Pico Bryce Harper football jersey. Grab tickets today at Phillies.com.
Your exclusive home for Phillies baseball. 94 WIP.
On the top of the 7th inning, your PGW game summary. The Phils are up 3-1. Phils have 8 hits to Miami's 5 hits. Scoring started for the Phils in the 2nd inning. Garrett Stubbs out of the 9-hole had an infield single with the bases loaded on there, and he was able to score a run. There was a big home run from Luis Arraez with Harper on base in the 3rd. That's how they got the 3 runs. Aaron Nola still back out there pitching very well, 85 pitches. Did give up 1 home run, so he still got that going. But the Phils are up 3-1 here, top of the 7th. PGW fueling the future.
And Aaron Nola back to work. Owen Casey, the designated hitter, and he takes the first pitch for a strike. 0-1 the count. It'll be Casey, Ruiz, and Mack due up here with Tim Mesa back loosening up out of the Phillies pen. 86 pitches now for Nola. The right-hander winds in the pitch. Breaking ball fouled away. Well, if you're not doing anything tomorrow night, might I suggest stop by Puddler's Kitchen and Tap in Bridgeport and join us for the Conshohocken Brewing Company's fundraiser for the Philadelphia Youth Sports Collaborative. Here's a swing and a high fly ball, pretty deep right center field, but Crawford with room is waiting on the edge of the track. He'll make the catch. It's free entry, an optional buffet. There'll be some auction items to bid on. There'll be lots of Fransky and LA beer. I'll be there. Larry will be there. The Fanatic will be there. Some others.
Great.
Some folks you probably know. Ray Didinger will be there signing copies of his book. Even Jack Fritz apparently will be there signing copies of his book. I don't want that to stop you from going, but the pitch is in
or
there.
Buying.
Swing and a miss by Ruiz. But the auctions, the raffles, prizes, all benefiting a great cause, the Philadelphia Youth Sports Collaborative. There's a swing and a foul tip. It'll be from 6 to 9 tomorrow on DeKalb Street in Bridgeport at Puddler's Kitchen. And if you're in the neighborhood, stop on by and say hello. 0-2 on Ruiz. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Here's the windup by Nola. And the righty's pitch. Strike 3 called. Got him looking. Ruiz is going to challenge. And this is going to get overturned. I think that was definitely wide. And it was.
Calls the ball. Miami has 2 challenges remaining.
Clint Bondrak has had a bit of a big strike zone tonight. A lot of players haven't challenged some pitches that were definitely questionable. The windup in the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball. Down and away. 2-2.
So when people show up tomorrow, can they get an autograph from you?
Absolutely.
Yeah. What do you like to sign? Anything? I mean,
like you sign your paycheck over to me.
No, you sign.
Oh, the 2-2, swinging a foul off the foot.
You always got to go to the paycheck.
Whatever.
You'll sign anything, yeah?
I mean, I guess. What's the weirdest thing you ever got asked to sign?
Oh, easy now.
Let me just turn the spotlight around here for a minute, folks.
Wait, how do I sign that paycheck?
Here's the windup and the 2-2. Breaking ball hammered into left. Marsh coming in, slides and makes the catch. That ball was smoked, but a great grab by Brandon Marsh in left field, and that's out number 2.
Well, that's a big out, too, because Ruiz is a guy you want to keep off base. You don't want that speed, those wheels on. A terrific play.
So 2 gone, and here is Joe Mack. Mack, the left-handed batter, 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts tonight against Aaron. Here's the windup and the pitch. Swing and a bouncing ball foul up the first base line. Phillies and trying to find a starter to get him a good solid full 7 innings for a little while now. And Nola is an out away from doing just that here at 95 pitches. Nola winds up, and his 0-1 on the way. That's down and away. Should I let it lie, or should I follow up?
You're talking about let me think about here.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Here's the breaking ball. That's in for a strike.
I mean, you're asking about what are some of the weird things I've signed. And people are automatically going to want to think, have I signed a person? So yes.
The answer is yes.
I have signed people, but respectfully.
All right.
No babies. Signed any babies.
Okay. Well, that's good.
Yeah. Lots of stuffed animal type stuff. I think I signed a car. Yeah. Like the hood of a car.
Nola's 1-2 pitch is up high. Aaron Nola, 7 strikeouts and no walks tonight. The 1 home run allowed, the only blemish. He's given up only 5 hits. The windup and the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a bouncer fouled again, first base side. Even if Mack reaches, there is a possibility that Nola stays in here. Although Sanoa hit the home run off him, so we'll see. Nola's ready. He's into his windup, and the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Curveball again. It's strikeout number 8 on the night for Aaron Nola, who gives the Phillies 7 strong innings against the Marlins. It matches his longest outing of the season. And he'll depart this one with a lead as the Phillies go to the bottom of the 7th.
Pack your bags. We're taking a trip to Truist Park in Atlanta. One of baseball's newest ballparks, Truist opened its doors to Braves fans in 2017 and blends modern amenities with historic displays. Before the game, you have to swing by the Battery, a mixed-use complex of more than 60 acres that includes shops, great restaurants, outdoor spaces, and even a concert venue. Once inside, pop over to the outfield market for some grub before you get a lesson in Braves history. The Xfinity rooftop patios have just what you need, letting you get a bird's-eye view of all the action while staying comfortable and shaded under baseball's largest stadium canopy. And we can't forget to drop into one of the most well-known restaurants in any ballpark, the Coors Light Chop House. It's got 3 levels of open-air seating and plenty of good food and drink, so you can watch the Braves dominate in style and comfort. Truist is truly one of the game's premier ballpark experiences and is well worth a trip to Hotlanta.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Favorite will you choose? Real customers paid for their testimonials.
Finish the summer strong with weekend baseball when the Phils take on the Cards. Friday, August 21st at 6:40, Saturday, August 22nd at 6:05, and Sunday, August 23rd at 1:35. Secure seats today at Phillies.com.
Your exclusive home for Phillies baseball. Sports Radio 94 WIP.
Bottom of the 7th, it's 3-1 Phillies as left-hander John King enters the ball game in place of Sandy Alcantara on the mound for Miami, facing Garrett Stubbs. First pitch is a breaking ball, and it's down and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Phillies 3 runs, 8 hits. The Marlins 1 run on 5 hits. King, a long look in, has the sign from Joe Mack and the pitch. And it's taken. That's in there for a strike. Stubbs drove in the game's first run with an infield hit with the bases loaded way back in the 2nd inning. 1-1 the pitch. Breaking ball fouled off. Exactly 100 pitches tonight for Aaron Nola. And 68 of them were strikes.
Curveball was really located well, just like the last game at the Field Dreams. It's that glove side down on the plate. It's just perfection.
1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. Breaking ball hit the other way. That's a base hit, and it's a 2-hit game for Garrett Stubbs, who hadn't had a hit since early July. He was 2 for his last 30, and tonight he's 2 for 3.
Just so happy for Garrett that it got through the infield. He needed a solid hit it the other way. Now he got a little bit of speed on the bases.
Also got Kyle Schwarber coming up. And the first pitch to Schwarber is a breaking ball that'll drop in for a strike. Well, one good note about this winning streak of the 5 games. Schwarber, of course, had the big game in Iowa with the 2 home runs. The pitch, that's down and away. But the Phillies are scoring all these runs largely with not a huge contribution from Schwarber. A 167 average the last 4 games, as he's just 3 for 18, and tonight 0 for 3, so you can make that 3 for 21. Pitch is a breaking ball, down low, with only 1 walk. So team, he's driven in 1 run in that frame, and he's scored 1 run. So a team so dependent on his offense to generate anything all season long, they're now doing it while he's in a little bit of a mini slump, as a swing and a miss will take the count even at 2-2. Getting so much help from other parts of the batting order. 2 balls, 2 strikes. King ready. The pitch. Swung on, ground ball, right side. Edwards to his left. He's got it. Feeds second for 1. The throw back to first. Pulling Conine off the bag, and might have been late anyways. Schwarber able to leg that one out. So 1 away.
Well, your Independence Blue Cross Player Spotlight. Let's pick on Bryson Stott. How about the whiff rate for him, swing and miss? In July, it was 26%. Fast forward to August, it's half of that at 13.6%. Talk about making an adjustment. Independence Blue Cross. Learn more at IBX.com.
Here's Turner. Trey is 1 for 3. And the pitch. Breaking ball. That's up and away. I mean, right now, this Phillies offense, Schwarber and Turner in this series have combined for 4 hits in 24 at-bats. That's all. But yet the Phillies are right now 6 outs away from a series sweep. The pitch. Swung on, line towards left center field. Add another hit to that total. This one will go up the gap and all the way to the wall. Schwarber's on his way to third. They're going to wave him to the plate. Lopez with a relay home. They got a shot. The tag. He is out at home plate. And Schwarber wondering if maybe he threaded the needle with a hand in on the plate before Mac got a tag on him. And the Phillies do ask for a replay review.
Philadelphia's challenging the out call at home plate.
That was a very aggressive send, especially given that Harper's coming up. And Schwarber right away pointed into the dugout asking for a challenge. And we didn't see anything on the first replay look. And our look on Fanavision here. It's close. I don't know. I'm not sure it's enough to overturn it. What do you think?
Well, we're getting another view here. I don't know if they're going to be able to overturn it. I will say I can't believe that it's this questionable because the ball beat him by so far, and Joe Mack goes fishing, and you can't do that.
Well, a bit of a Kyle Schwarber in his matrix move. It looked like he was almost going to go feet first. It almost is questionable whether he touched him.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe with a lacing on that mitt.
Well, certainly you don't. I mean, I don't like Kyle or anybody diving head first into home, but it's a little different now because catchers can't just block it outright.
The fans here really believe from the shot they've seen on Fanavision that he avoided the tag. And Clint Vondrack was right on top of it. And you can imagine how the Marlins feel about the way the replay reviews keep going.
Yeah, no kidding.
I'm sure they believe it's an out and probably should be a call stands situation.
And you said it as an aggressive send by Contreras at third. He had to make a decision. It was going to be questionable. The Marlins, I will tell you, the 2 guys in the middle, everybody lined up exactly textbook how you're supposed to do it. And that would be the one case maybe you don't send them. It was a double cut. The throw came in quick. Wow, this has taken some time.
Well, gives you an indication New York's not convinced. But I just don't think there's going to be enough to say definitively that he was safe. But I've certainly been wrong on these before. The fans trying to make their preference known.
There you go.
Here we go. Todd Tishner.
The call on the field is overturned. The runner's safe. Philadelphia returning for a challenge.
Wow. I got to be honest with you, I'm really surprised that that was enough for them to overturn the call.
Wow. Big run.
4-1, Phillies lead it. And Bryce Harper will bat with a man at second base here against King. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball down and away. Phillies have Jonathan Bolden loosening up, and it now looks like maybe Alex McFarland will get up alongside him should the Phillies get an even bigger lead here. Turner's at second with one out, and the pitch to Harper is a breaking ball that's outside.
You know, the dugout, the Phillies dugout, they have water and they've got, you know, energy drinks and protein stuff to eat. I just don't know if they have oxygen, because Kyle would be all over that.
2-0, and it's fouled away to the left side. Two and one to Harper. He's been on base twice tonight, a hit and a walk, a run scored. Now an RBI opportunity for Bryce. The pitch swung on, lifted in the air, shallow left field. Hernandez has it measured. He's coming in. He'll make the catch. And even a fly ball like that would have been questionable whether or not Schwarber would have scored with the tag up. So an aggressive send, yes, by Contreras, but maybe that lefty-lefty situation there with Harper coming up was part of his thinking. Sure. Now Luis Arraez, who scored a run, scored 2 runs, and he's driven in 2 runs with a shot off of Sandy Alcantara back in the 3rd. He takes this pitch in for a strike. Oh, and 1 the count. The pitch on the way. Swung on, hit sharply up the middle, but Edwards is there to make a backhand grab on the line drive at second base. Phillies get 1 run in the inning thanks to the swim move by Schwarber. Turner drives him home. Phillies tack on a run, and we'll go to the 8th. Phillies up.
Depot.
In the air, left field, it's deep, it's gone!
Labor Day weekend at Citizens Bank Park is the place to be when the Phils host the Braves on Friday, September 4th through Monday, September 7th. Order tickets now at Phillies.com.
The home of the Phillies, 94 WIP.
Citizens Bank Park will go gold for Nemours Children's Health Childhood Cancer Awareness Day on Sunday, September 6th at 1:10 when the Phils host the Braves. Kids 14 and under receive a Phillies rope hat. Visit Phillies.com to purchase tickets.
Going to the 8th inning, Phillies go to the bullpen as Jonathan Bolden will be the first man out. Javier Sanoa, the first man to face him, and the first pitch is down and in for ball 1. Bolden, who had a lengthy outing on Monday, threw 34 pitches in his 1 inning of work. The 1-0 pitch, and that is a breaking ball that misses down and away. Retired the first 2 hitters pretty quickly and then got into some trouble. 4-1, Phillies in front. We owe you a station identification. Here's the 2-0, and that's in there for a strike. It's 2-1. Phillies were without both Bolin and Duran last night. Would stand to reason they're without Orion Kerkering tonight. The pitch. And that's fouled away. Let's pause for station ID. 10 seconds on the Phillies radio network.
94 WIP HD1 Philadelphia. Powered by the Tasty Cake Studios. The home of the Phillies. 94 WIP. An Odyssey sports station.
2-2 pitch on the way. Sanoa takes it down and away. He's responsible for the only Marlins run tonight in this 4-1 ball game. His solo homer off Nola, leading off the 6th inning. Nola would give up 2 more hits in that inning. 2 on and 1 out. He made a trip to the mound, and Nola just started spinning curveballs one after another to Griffin Conine and Herberto Hernandez. And back-to-back strikeouts ended that threat. 3-2 pitch. Breaking ball hit back up the middle, and that is gloved by Turner. Spins, fires low in the dirt. Bohm with a dig. It's not in time. Bohm scoops it out. But Sanoa and his speed, he's got his second infield hit of the night.
Really good effort here by Trey. This ball had unbelievable English on it. So it bounces up to waist high for Trey. For a shortstop, you need that. He pirouettes. When he throws, I like bouncing it, but you can usually never do 2. If you do 2 bounces, the runner's going to beat it. And that's exactly what happened by about a half a step. It's a good try.
Now the top of the order, Jacob Marcy will be the batter. And the pitch. Check swing. Pitch was up high. They ask at third. No swing. Tonight for Aaron Nola, 7 innings. He gives up 1 run on 5 hits. And now we've got what is Clayton McCullough wondering?
Don't know. Maybe if it hit him?
Did that ball come close to hitting him?
Almost looked like it hit the bat. I don't know.
But I don't know why.
Oh, they were checking to see if he hit Garrett's glove on the check swing.
Gotcha. 1-0, the pitch. And that's a strike over the outside corner. The 7-inning performance, the 5th for the Phillies since the All-Star break from their starting pitchers. The first since the break by Nola. Double play depth up the middle as Bolden delivers. And Marcy a swing and a miss. The Phillies had 18 such performances prior to the All-Star break. One ball, 2 strikes. Marcy is 0 for 3 tonight. The stretch, here's the pitch, and that's down and away. Marlins were passed by the Cardinals these last 2 days in the wild card chase. 2-2 the count. Here's the pitch, and that one swung on and fouled back. Cardinals will be here beginning on Friday night. And the temperatures this weekend should top out in the right around 80 degrees, but off and on showers.
10 rainouts in a row, Scott.
No. We're not going there. 2-2, and it's down low. But if you're looking for sunshine, visit St. Pete Clearwater, offering warm Gulf beaches year-round. Go to visitspc.com to plan your trip today.
Well, can we go there?
Well, you can. You're not working.
That's a good point.
Time called by Marcy. With the count full. 12 pitches for Bolden, 6 balls, 6 strikes.
They got two guys up in the Miami bullpen. Both right-handers are up.
Three-two. Swung on, hit in the air, right center. Crawford to his left is there. He'll make the catch. You know, Stock, you just never know what you're going to need out of that pen. So they just want to be ready.
I guess.
That'll bring up Otto Lopez. Well, they've had a penchant for scoring late here lately, have the Marlins. Phillies trying to avoid that here with a 3-run lead in the 8th. Stott even with the bag at third base. And the pitch to Lopez is a little bit high for ball 1. Lopez 1 for 3 on the night. Had a single off of Nola in the 6th inning. They give him a big hole on the right side. And Bolden's pitch. That's down low. Missed badly with his breaking ball. It's 2-0.
Just don't feel hitters try to hit that big hole anymore, and can't quite figure out why. There are so many hits over there. Lopez just doesn't. It's a soft ground ball that could get through.
Bolden 2-0. And that one is a fastball outside part of the plate. And it's 2-1.
And then for those that think, well, you can't do it, you absolutely can learn to do that. And that starts in batting practice, learning how to use the hands.
2-1. And that's in the dirt. Good stop by Stubbs. No advancement by the runner. Marlins have been pretty aggressive on the bases throughout the series, which hasn't always served them well. Bolden needs to throw some strikes. Down to the count, 3-1. And the righty deals. Fouled away. It's 3-2. Looks like Alex McFarland is up again. Bolden, who had the 1 day off after going back-to-back on Sunday and Monday. 3-2 on the way. Swing and a foul out of play to the right side. And his pitch count's going to get to 20 at the very least here in this frame. Three balls, 2 strikes. And again, the payoff pitch. It's way outside. It's ball 4. And the tying run is going to bat for Miami. After the walk by Bolden. And we'll see if Caleb Cotham, the pitching coach, he is going to make a trip to the mound.
Bolden just not as sharp as we have seen his last outing and this one. Both just can't quite find the command. And it's been a fastball slider, heavy diet of it. Still throwing hard. I mean, it's 97-98, but Stubbs, the catcher, to give you an idea, is having to reach for balls, and that's never a good thing when you're reaching.
Phillies with a win tonight would win their 6th straight for the first time this season. They would also close to within 4.5 of the Braves, who lost earlier today, 6-4 in Minneapolis. They were swept in that series. So the Phillies could gain ground in the East, as well as pad their cushion in the wild card race, which would go to 2 games over San Diego, and that's effectively a 3-game lead given the head-to-head tiebreaker. But got to get out of this one with a win first. Edwards, the batter. He's 2 for 3 already tonight. He's been one of their clutch performers with men in scoring position this year. Bolden is ready. Here's the pitch. Edwards takes, low and away, ball 1. Stubbs out to signal defense.
They had a full practice today, the entire squad out there, other than the outfielders, doing bunt defenses, first and second type defenses similar to this. Pitchers and infielders spent time with Bobby Dickerson and the coaching staff.
Bowling at the letters, his 1-0 pitch. Swung on, fouled away. The wind we had earlier tonight, that breeze left to right, the flags are basically totally still right now. So that's not a factor at all at this point in the game. 22 pitches, 11 balls, 11 strikes. Bowling ready, and the 1-1. Swung on, fouled away again. Gets ahead of the count, 1-2. Nice catch down there by a fan in the first row. The Hall of Fame club. And he picks out a kid nearby, hands off the baseball.
Awesome.
The count 1-2 on Xavier Edwards, the pitch. He takes in the dirt. That guy who caught that ball, he's like a great middle infielder who knew before the play what he wanted to do with the ball. I mean, he made the catch and right away he's got the kid picked out.
Yeah. You got to have more than one plan. You think he's got another kid picked out?
Sure. I mean, if he was going to his left, he's going to make a. He's got a kid picked out over there. If he's going to his right. 2-2 pitch. Swung on, hit in the air, left field line. Marsh is over, maybe with room, up against the stands. Climbs up on the side of the wall and makes the catch. Brandon Marsh climbing up on the angled side wall along the left field line. Now he gives a hat tip to the fans who stayed out of his way. Great play, and that's the second out. And seeing the replay again, the fan barely stayed out of his way. Great concentration there by Brandon Marsh. And here's Griffin Conine. And the first pitch on the way. It's in there for a strike. Boy, down the middle change up there. So we've had Schwarber's Matrix swim move, and we've got Spider-Man over here on the sidewall. 0-1 pitch. Swung on, fouled away to the left side. I don't know that in this ballpark I've seen somebody do that, climb that side wall right there.
Yeah.
0-2, here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, he struck him out. Sides retired, and Jonathan Bolin a little bit fired up after that. Strikeout of Conine. No runs on a hit, 2 were left. Middle of the 8th, it's 4-1 Phillies.
It's coming right.
The people are welcoming, they're loving, they're caring. So if you're looking for a familial feel, definitely Asheville.
It's Asheville, that's all you gotta say.
Yeah.
They're excited to be back and back on their feet, so it's been awesome to see the rebuild.
Winning or losing, like everybody's there having a good time rooting us on, so I've always enjoyed that the whole year.
You play here at the tourist park and you feel like you're back in the old days playing real baseball.
Nestled right into the mountains there.
That's right on a cliff.
Do you guys make your own brisket here?
Yes, we do. We are known by our brisket.
Barbecue brisket sandwich. Quality is better than other places, and it looks good. We're ready to eat.
We go to an average 500 briskets per game. We hear a lot from our fans. They want to try something with wrap, easy to eat. So we say, well, let's do it like brisket, wrap, and an egg roll.
That's beautiful. You get the gold medal for culinary brisketry here in Texas.
Yes.
I'm going to be McDowell. I'm grabbing onto one of Cecil's legs, holding on for dear life. If it gets any tougher, guarantee you Cecil's not going anyplace.
And Seiko, a towering pop-up. This ought to be interesting. It's coming back toward first base. Fielder can't get it.
This is actually maybe the first time that I recall they're going to call a game on the wind.
Well, they're going to stop it.
Radio 94 WIP.
Phillies fans, it's time to vote for the Scoreboard Sunday. Fill in your ballpark bites bracket for a chance to win tickets to try these bites in stadium. Vote at MLB.com/bracket.
Alec Bohm will lead it off against the new pitcher for Miami. It's Victor Vodnik, the former Rocky. 4-1, Phillies lead it here in the 8th, and the first pitch is hit in the air, foul down the line, out of play. Victor Vodnik, native of Whittier, California. Originally a draft pick of the Braves, came to the big leagues with the Rockies, was traded to Miami last month. 0-1, and that one is a strike. Bohm hitless tonight, so is Stott, who waits on deck. So they were the story last night, these two back-to-back. And tonight they're a combined 0 for 6. 0-2. Swinging a bouncing ball towards short. Lopez to his left. He gloves it, throws to first. And there is one away. Here is Stott, who's got one more chance to extend both his hit streak and his on-base streak. Stott's hitting streak at 10 straight games. Second longest of his career, and a 19-game on-base streak. Vodnik with a pitch, and it goes all the way to the backstop. Victor Vodnik, one of 8 kids in the Vodnik house growing up.
Oh, any idea where he fits in there?
In terms of where he ranks age-wise, I do not know. Here's a breaking ball that's in there for a called strike. One ball, one strike. And a pitch. Stott swings and grounds it to first. And it's gloved by Conine, who flips to Vodnik covering, and that should end the streak for Bryson Stott.
Phillies games are more fun with family. Bring yours on Saturday, September 5th for Giant Family Day. Even if you have 8 kids, when the Phils host the Braves at 6:05 p.m. and kids 14 and under receive an ice cream themed squeeze bottle. Visit Phillies.com to purchase tickets today.
Here comes Brandon Marsh. First pitch, and that is a strike called at the knees. 0-1 the count. Marsh 2 hits tonight, and that fine catch to help Bolden out of that jam in the 8th. Yohan Duran is warming up. He'll pitch the 9th. 4-1 Phillies, and the pitch. And that's down low. And the Phillies certainly will not turn away an off day, but one of those times where you've won a bunch of games in a row, and sometimes when you've won a bunch, maybe you don't want the off day quite as much. 1-1 pitch, and that one is a strike called. However, I do think the Phillies will be certainly watching their pitchers. You're going to get a couple of off days, one tomorrow and one a week from tomorrow on the road trip. Might get some extra rest for some of the starters. 1-2 pitch, and it's fouled away. And that certainly can be big this time of year. One ball and 2 strikes on Brandon Marsh. As the righty ready, and the pitch. That's up high. He throws hard, 99 from Vodnik, but generally during his career it's been a struggle with command. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Swung on, pulled foul. There's a slider down and in.
That's Linden down there, tonight's ball game, down the right field line, jumping out there and getting that ball.
That's big league prep right there, folks.
Ashley's on the other side. She's been busy as well.
The stretch, and another 2-2. Fouled back. Ten hits for the Phils tonight. The big ones, an infield hit for Garrett Stubbs to drive in a run in the second, a 2-run home run by Luis Arraez in the third, and an RBI double from Trey Turner in the seventh. Vodnik comes set and tries another 2-2, and this one a high chop towards the bag at second. Fielded by Lopez there. He'll throw out Marsh, and there are 3 ground ball outs for Victor Vodnik. And that will send us to the ninth as Johan Duran will come on and try to close out a 6th consecutive win for the Phils, who lead the Marlins 4-1.
Summers in New Jersey were made to wow you. From sun and wows to fun and wows, chillin' wows to thrillin' wows. So come see what your wow's gonna be. New Jersey. It's one summer wow after another after another. Find your wow at visitnj.org. New Jersey. Little state, lot of wow.
4 years and thriving. That's when Manco & Manco opened its first location off the Jersey Shore since its founding in 1956. Guess what, Phils fans? You have even more ways to enjoy the preferred pizza of the Phils. Manco & Manco, the first and last name in pizza, is still available at Ashburn Alley, Pass and Stowe, Miller Lite, Liberty Landing, and behind sections 323 and 137. But now there are locations at section 110, 210, and 2 spots on the Cadillac Hall of Fame Club. New season, same legendary pizza. Visit mancospizza.com.
Ready to pop the question? Hit your engagement out of the park with a stunning ring from Golden Nugget Jewelers. We have all the designer bridal brands like Tacori, Veragio, Simon G, and more. The largest selection of loose diamonds at the best prices guaranteed. Enjoy a stress-free shopping experience with our highly trained staff located on the corner of 8th and Chestnut. Proud partners of the Philadelphia Phillies. Golden Nugget Jewelers, where Philly gets engaged.
While everyone is listening to the ball game on the Phillies radio network, the Engineers Labor Employer Cooperative, ELEC, is hard at work rebuilding our infrastructure. Whether it's transportation, water, or energy projects, ELEC and the Operating Engineers 825 are ready to get to work building our future.
The Phillies play here. Sports Radio 94 WIP.
This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Philadelphia Phillies and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Phillies.
Johan Duran picked up the save on Monday night. Back-to-back saves for him after going a long time without having many save opportunities. He's going to get another one here tonight as he goes in search of save number 28 on the season. Roberto Hernandez will lead off for Miami. It's a 3-run lead for the Phillies, 4-1, and the pitch is swung on, pulled through the hole. It's a base hit. And he starts with a splitter, and Hernandez all over it for a clean single to left. There's one on and nobody out to start the ninth. Duran trying to save it for Aaron Nola. It would be his 114th career victory, which would put him in a tie with Cole Hamels on the all-time franchise list. Owen Casey, the batter. They do hold the runner here. And Duran with the pitch. Casey fouls it away. We had a conversation with Don Mattingly about that on the pregame show a few nights ago. The Phillies chose not to hold runners both Sunday and Monday, holding a 2-run lead and Duran on the mound. Tonight, they elect to keep Bohm on the bag. 0-1 the count and the pitch. And that's up high. And there is some deference to Duran's wishes when it comes to making that decision. I don't know whether that's the case at this moment, But they did have the conversation this week about that. 1-1 pitch. Swinging a ground ball deep short. Turner with a backhand slide. He's got it. Feeds second. There's one.
Nice.
Boy, Trey Turner went sliding down on a knee. A little bit of a double clutch as he was trying to get that ball out of his glove, but he makes a sure throw to second. And they get the lead runner, and he has shredded the knee on those baseball pants. They have come wide open.
That happens. Terrific play. He's loving that glove. I'm telling you, there's a little bit more length or something in that glove. And he's really snagging balls left and right.
So now Ruiz, the batter. Bohm looking in to find out where they want him. They want him in guarding against a possible bunt. And Duran delivers, and the pitch is in for a strike.
Tough guy here to double up at the plate, so you got to make sure you at least get one. If I'm a middle infielder, I'm playing a step deeper.
0-1 the count. And the pitch. Swing and a miss.
Before you let me know why deeper, he's faster, you should be shallower. Not in this case. Not in this case. You're not worried about him. You're just worried about outs. Get a little bit deeper, make sure you get the out.
And that was part of the reasoning for Mattingly's decision making not to hold the runners these last two save opportunities. 0-2 the count. Duran ready. Here's the pitch. And a swing and a foul tip. They were holding the runner the night Duran was trying to close out the Marlins in Miami, and they got partially beat on a slow dribbler through the right side. Harper was on the bag, couldn't get to the ball that Otto Lopez hit, and that put runners on the corners, and it became a full-fledged situation that the Marlins took full advantage of. The count 0-2, and Duran with a pitch. It's down and away. Phillies have Derek Hill in the game in right field. One and two the count, the pitch. And it's up high. So Harper out of the game should it continue beyond this top of the ninth inning. 2-2 the count. Here's the pitch. And it's down low. So Ruiz has worked the count full. On deck, you've got the left-handed hitting Joe Mack. Three balls, two strikes, the count. A rise straight up the middle at second base. And again, Bohm a step and a dive off the bag at first base. The stretch by Duran. And the 3-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Went with a split there, and Ruiz is down on strikes for the second out. And the rookie catcher, who's had a hat trick tonight, he struck out all three times up against Aaron Nola. Faces Duran here. He's got 12 homers and plenty of pop here in his first season. Trying to keep the game alive for Miami. The pitch. It is a little bit high, ball one. Phillies not worried about the runner at all now. Bohm is behind him at first base. The 1-0. And it's a check swing, strike called. Feels like Garrett Stubbs has had trouble maybe hearing Clint Bondrak at times. He was holding that pitch and was kind of looking back over his shoulder like, what did you just call? That was a strike, right? Do I need to challenge it? 1-1. Duran kicks and comes home, and the pitch is down and away. And it's 2-1.
The Phillies do have one challenge. Miami has both of them left.
Mac trying to keep the game alive for Javier Sanoa, who waits on deck. Duran is ready. And his 2-1 pitch. Swing and a fly ball down the left field line. It's out of play. And the Marlins down to their final strike. Phillies, a month ago, went into Miami. The Marlins were in the midst of a season-worst 12-game losing streak. The Phillies were feeling pretty good. 3 days later, the Marlins had pulled off a sweep. And now the Phillies trying to return the favor here in their home ballpark. And they're a strike away from doing just that with a 4-1 lead. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Duran is ready. The right-hander with the kick. Here's the pitch. Swing and a pop-up foul out of play, and the game continues. It was a 1-run victory on Monday and a 2-run victory last night. Tonight, the margin is 3 runs at 4-1. Fresh baseball for Duran. Tucks it into that red glove. Comes set above the belt. The 2-2 on the way. Bounces in front of the plate. And so we go full. And it has been characteristic of the Marlins not to go down without a fight. And Mac
swings against the curveball. 10 of those swings out of the 14 were swing and misses. That's how deceptive that pitch was today. So he was huge, getting just enough offense